la conclusión del top 8 de Middle East, estando en ambos lados, en YouTube y en Twitch. Ahí está, perfecto. Pues aquí vamos. Ok, esto se va a poner bueno. Así que estad listos a ello. Ok. Ahora va a venir, creo que el resumen de uno de los World Warriors, porque ya fue el del CPT. El del CPT. El del CPT Europe West. Ahora viene posiblemente uno de los World Warrior Grand Finals, pero no sabremos cuál será. Antes de empezar el No Neutral y luego empezar el top 8 de Middle East para buscar quién será el clasificado para la Capcom Cup, que será en febrero. Así que veremos qué viene. Sí. For looks. For games, for DJs, for looks. And for looks. Huh? And for looks. Ah, en free JPs. En free JP. En free JP. Ok, resumen. ¿De qué? De la Grand Finals de... Este es de la Grand Finals de Canadá, es el que lo ganó Mikex. Sí.
This is the story of Marisa, isn't it? You cannot make a single mistake, but that's exactly what happened. Catches the drive rush right away. Nate Banks looking sharp.
And you know, Cerebras and other cans do like that drive rush round starting to jam.
Ok.
Claim the round
Este lo ganó Mikex. Tanto trabajo que hizo Cerebras para no ganar el World Warrior y que se lo llevara Mikex con el Ken. O sea que la Grand Final fue un mirror de Ken.
Right now looking rough for Nate Banks. No drive gauge out. Great spacing. Have to really guess here. Oh, jabs out. So
Yeah,
1 point.
But
Got
as
the
a
drive
Marisa
gauge.
player, you can take these throws. That's okay. It's the driving pack that you don't want to take, and Nate Banks knows this. Doesn't bite. Just takes 3 throws. It's okay because this all ends in 1 hit for either player. Oh, this will kill.
So reserved there, Cerebras. Finding the drive rush into throw. I've been so
Can have
impressed.
finally a Marisa.
Hokey option that Cerebras has been offering. She's also respecting that wake up super.
You gotta. It's the only thing that Marissa's can do in terms of reversals. But it is something that is something you can keep back in your mind because it's not a small amount of damage. That is. What a punish! Oh, welcome to the corner, baby. Rent is $20 a day.
That was a great cash out there. You know, Cerebras probably gonna have like 1.5 drive gauge here. Ooh, and here comes the guesses. Can't let Cerebras jump out. You know she's gonna think about it.
Yeah, take a turn back. That punish!
Medium kick so solid.
Oh, you can't do anything. You can't steal your turn back. I still have drive gauge. You don't. And there's a meter in my pocket if I need it.
Nate Banks tying it up 1-1, looking so solid, controlling those neutral situations, and slowly walking Ceroblast down to the corner. I love to see it. The use of the meter has been perfect on Nate Banks' part.
Do you care for this reset? Oh no. And another throw. I'm the grappler now, says Ceroblast, as she continues to try and keep the pressure out. And the pressure she does keep on. Air to air, eagle!
Yeah, that was
Spread
important.
your wings.
Oh, that's a punish. Yeah, you cannot drive reversal that late, especially if he's not going to commit Ceroblast. Just controlling that situation. Even though Nate Banks had a great escape there, you know, it just was not enough.
Yeah, drive reversal to being off for pretty much anyone at this rate. The start on? Oh my goodness! The round! Marisa round! Scoops!
And slow and then goes up to the command grab. This is so much.
Another one! It's a punish counter it! Oh my goodness! And
The
both
damage.
are coming in with a loaded gun.
Both players almost on 3 meters right now. I mean, Nate Banks kind of feel like he's feeling the rhythm.
Ooh, not a perfect parry. Gonna get jabbed out. Check the reset. Oh, he knows!
No way, Nate Banks level 3 catches Ceroblast.
You did it to me once! You did it to me once, never again!
And look at the meter, right? You gotta watch the drive gauge. Obviously, Ceroblast has meter on deck, but drive impact is in the equation. That's a punish.
Oh, you gotta punish that. You don't let this go to waste. Especially when that drive gauge is so low. Check out my...
Oh, and Cero ready! Cero is ready for it. Says no, this is a great situation with Ceroblast. Clutches up the level 3.
Sit down and shut up.
Yeah, that critical art damage
To
really add the cash back up.
Que esto se va a poner buenísimo.
There's the second. Needs one more. Fireball.
Chip was in the equation. The drive rush fears after the Hadoken just to keep him at bay. It is 2-1 for Ceroblast. What a crazy set so far.
Oh, tried to jump but got smoked by the lash. Ooh, safe jump. Oh, it's perfect. And there we go. Nate Banks now opting, instead of using the dance, getting the dance, he's going for the corner throw.
The Gladius there, just a little too early on that flip up. And Ceroblast were ready for it. I'm loving some of Nate Banks' defense options. Really finding some of those openings, but also just not getting too antsy to get out of the corner. But here comes Ceroblast with the corner throw of his own.
Oh, clocked in the jaw, but I'm thinking gonna combo that even right now. But this time around, a combo follows up. Nate Banks is trying to stave off elimination here. Whoa! Punched in the pelvis.
There goes that drive reversal. Works out quite well for Nate Banks. We've been seeing him get a lot of mileage off that drive rush into stand fierce, but this time drive rushes into the throw.
Oh, I'm done with this. No more command grabs. No more mix. I have an EX reversal. I will use it. Gets the corner position on an Aaron. Jump forward, and Nate Banks got chased down the mid screen. And the chase is good. And the shoulder.
2-2.
This is happening too often. Nate Banks gonna tie it up 2-2. But you know what? Nate Banks is getting, like I said, a lot of mileage off that drive rush into fierce, especially off of those far mid-screen situations. I think Ceroblast might be unaware. She thinks that she can jump away in that situation because he's been getting clicked almost every time by that drive rush into fierce.
Ooh, check it toesies. Tries to back that shout. Perfect. Early!
Just a little early there for that finish. He was trying to get the back throw to get the corner situation. And this is huge for Ceroblast, but she puts herself in the corner.
Yeah, and just as it was huge for Ceroblast, the tables have turned to Lazy Susan because we have a reversal.
Pa, Nathaniel casi le ganó a Ceroblast, pero obviamente cosas de Ken. Privilegios de ser top tier, el Ken Masters. Pa.
Oh, Chip is in the equation. Chip is in the equation. The jump back jab, so clutch. Nate Banks got the meter back right now. Cero's gonna keep throwing these Hadokens. The Superman punch is also in the equation. This is scary. Nate Banks.
Nathaniel Lu against Garriott Ken.
With those anti-airs, and has improved so much with those throughout this tournament series. I'm so impressed.
You can see that Cerebos is trying to really get a reaction with those standing jabs, but Nate Banks knows if fireballs aren't coming, I can walk forward.
They can mirror.
Second throw. Where's the third? Doesn't need one. That's a knee. Welcome to Muay Thai, baby. Oh,
Yeah,
chuck him.
Gets the counter hit. Not sure exactly what Sarah was doing, pressing buttons or something, but
Barry throw.
Oh, great drive reversal here, but puts himself into burnout. Both players are stocked up on meter.
Yeah, one hit for Nate Banks can probably end it, but the reversal.
No, it works. It works. The Nate Banks is going into grand finals, taking it over Zero Blast. Are you kidding me?
Did you see the absolute look of shock in Ken's face as Sarah Blast and Ken get eliminated from this tournament and lose finals?
Yeah, I think maybe he
better
likes the Hadouken. He might like the corner carry a little bit better than Luke as well. You know, obviously Ken just one of the best characters in this game, but with how good Nate Banks has been looking, I would not count him out to make this comeback. This is Marisa we're talking about. Grand finals here in Canada West. Mike X versus Nate Banks.
Yeah, and again, Marisa is that kind of character where it doesn't matter how good you are, you can lose to Marisa having a Marisa around. And we're about to see that great parry. And we're going to get the side swap here.
Yeah, Optic can just get a little bit more damage instead of going into back throw. I mean, something
Nice
Ken can do
shimmy.
over a lot of characters. The stand fierce shimmy, so solid here. Look at Mike X make his way back up on damage.
Ooh, even blocks the Abare out and gets his turn back. Wake up level 2. The first one we've seen all night. And it's blocked clean. I'm in your head.
Mike X looking so good. All the right guesses. Exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? He's so good at making those calculated guesses and those calculated reads, and that just worked out for him. Just the patience to know that the super was coming. So smart.
Yeah, now we got another corner position situation here for Nate Banks. Nate Banks, of course, and Marisa very strong in the corner as a duo. We're going to see how they can make it work. Gladius is going to fall to the up forward.
Yeah, the jumping fear, such a solid button. Here comes Mike X. We've been seeing him use a lot of that jab pressure on wake up. Was looking for super again there, but opting to back away. I mean, those are the calculated risks that are so good to take.
Esto lo ganó el Mikex, aunque no lo sepan. Ahora después en la descripción en YouTube pondré otra actualización de los clasificados para la Capcom Cup, porque obviamente hay algunos updates que se hicieron.
Not been a great tool in this matchup so far because it just seems like Mike X is always so ready for it. And of course, drive reversal, you know, a decent option against, you know, lighter strings or target combos. But, you know, if that's blocked, that's super punishable.
Yeah, with how often drive reversal has gotten destroyed this night, I'm starting to believe that like some guys may have thought of some crazy drive reversal OS, you know, that you pressure and drive reversal is safe against or something like that. Oh my goodness, interrupts the next Gladius! And that should be round 3 here.
Ooh, just enough with level 2, maybe? Yes,
not even Marisa health.
Mike X making a statement, man, just looking so solid. You know, like, I was saying this last time, you know, I had a few players from our local scene play against Mike X, and they say, man, it is so hard to play neutral against him. He is so dominant, he just knows all the right things to do. And like, just look at that spacing, right? Not getting too antsy in the corner, even though they're in an advantageous position. But here comes Nate with a bit of pressure of his own. The drive reversal, Mike X.
The drive reversal works for Mike X. How come it works for Mike X? How come it doesn't work for me?
Ooh, the throw. Yeah, I mean, oh, the drive impact. Mike X, such good reaction. Something that he's always said. He's very confident in his reactions. You know, almost never gets hit by those drive impacts in the corner. And he was flaunting that in our post-fight interview before.
Yeah, and as a meaty, it's a hard tool to deal with. But if your only reversal option is the kick, of course you can churn it on the way up.
It is up 2-0 already. Mike X making this go by way too fast. Goodness gracious.
Trades round start. Mike Banks got to make something work right now, otherwise Mike X is gonna run away with the set. Gladius. Stop stabbing the air front. Unfortunate though. Oh, the overhead's a whiz! Unfortunately, can't take advantage of it. And a great parry, gonna take that corner position back. Cash out just a little bit of damage. Overhead connects.
Are you kidding me right now? Mike X just dominating, ready for all of the options, ready with the parry, ready for the wake-up throws. Look at this. Look at the spacing. Oh, here comes Nate Banks.
Yeah, Nate Banks with the great reversal here and opting not to throw in the corner, wants to get the damage, wants to cash out as much as they can, even if it means playing from mid-screen. The drive reversal is good. Great throw tech for Nate Banks. Every time they are in that situation, you gotta make this count, Nate Banks.
Oh, that is the big punish
Guess
here.
for
Nate
game.
Banks got him into
No.
drive. Oh, and the jumping short beating out the jump back jab. Great awareness from Mike X. You gotta imagine he was thinking about that option, but knowing that the jumping short will beat the jump back jab for Marisa.
Yeah, and again, Marisa doesn't have the best anti-airs, and the air tags were looking good tonight, but if Ken's already in the air, he just gotta hit the quicker button.
Look
That's
at
what
how
Mike X
dominant
shows.
the spacing has been, Mike X. Using a bit of
Nate Banks
pressure
showing us
there.
some fuzzies, but unfortunately gets hit by a whip punish. Well, that's the plan here. Gladius whiff, and you gotta think as Nate Banks. Those Gladiuses have been whiffing and been getting hard punished every time. What do you do?
Right now. Oh my god, again the stand fierce. This could be it. This is it right here.
That's
I
3
think Mike
meters
X is
on
our
deck.
champion here. Mike X going to Capcom Cup, taking it 3-0 over Nate Banks with a dominant fashion as our World Warrior Canada West champion. Goodness gracious.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the official Capcom Pro Tour pre-show, No Neutral. I am your host, Big Hollywood Roberto Television, because of course now I'm honorary Dominican, and I am joined with the king of Television, Brian Neff. What's going on, Brian?
Roberto, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? ¿Qué lo que?
Okay. That's all I know.
¿No más? ¿Todo su español es que lo que?
Hold on. I do know more.
¿Estás en
Yo-
Dominican Republic?
Sí. And
Wow.
mi amo es Roberto.
Ah, muy bien. Ay, Roberto.
Gracias,
All right, let's
gracias.
go. All right,
Well,
I don't want to embarrass you
practicing
anymore with my
español.
extremely fluent and proficient skills in Espanol. We can move on to the meat and potatoes of what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk
Okay.
about some Street Fighter 6. And listen, this is a very interesting
Español.
episode of No Neutral because at the time of this recording, we are on the precipice of opening the floodgates for changing the landscape of who is qualified for Capcom Cup. Yeah, Capcom Cup, the one where, you know, the players are competing for $2 million in pricing. Yeah, kind of a big deal because right now, all of the World Warrior events have finished their qualifying rounds. The 5 tournaments leading up to the regional finals.
Solo hay algunos que no han terminado las
where the top
clasificaciones
8
o
players
las
will then go
finals.
to the regional finals to battle out one last time to qualify for the Capcom Cup spot for the region. So I believe there's about 22 spots up for grabs that are going to be proceeding over the next week or two. So if we look at right now who's qualified for Capcom Cup and the characters and the meta that it represents, and next week it's going to be entirely different. So we thought it'd be interesting to go through, discuss who's qualified so far, what characters we see, and who we speculate might be qualifying very shortly, because there's going to be a lot of tournaments happening, a lot of action to look out for, and a lot of people punching their ticket into Capcom Cup. And you know, looking at it right now, we got to get it out of the way. The current king of Street Fighter 6, the current king of qualifiers. It's Ken. I did the math here. I did
Yeah.
the math. I tallied up the character representation, and we
4
currently have
Kens.
4 Ken players qualified for Capcom
But
Cup.
for
and then
DJs.
next year we have only 2 representatives.
The MOP not gonna like
But
that,
for
Brian.
DJs are in
the
Capcom Cup
Ministry of
too.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
No,
Listen,
That was so
it's up to them. We just report straight back. No neutral here. We
and
just
4
report straight back.
looks.
You're right.
Listen, even though that's the opposite of what no
4
neutral.
Yeah, I know,
Kens,
but
4 DJs and 4
But
looks.
it kind of works if you think about it. Like we ain't being neutral. I get what you're saying. I understand where
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going from.
We'll let them put their spin on it. But the hard
Roberto
data is there's 4
Televisión.
people who main can currently qualified for Capcom Cup. I mean, who they play at the Cup itself, you know, that's their prerogative. And
Que
only
esto se
2
va a
Luke
poner
players. So, I mean, the
buenísimo.
math, it kind of, you know, do what
Yeah.
you will with that. But we have AngryBird, Phenom, Kusanagi, and our first World Warrior qualifier, Mike
Mikex.
X, out of the Canada West region. They kind of got their regional final on a little bit early. So 4 Ken representatives. But then we have 2 DJ and 2 Luke in there. So DJ, kind of a little bit
Shout
of a
out
late
to those
bloomer
DJ
here.
players. Yeah, man. He a late bloomer because of the effort it takes.
Otra vez. Odio esto.
Respect. I'm respecting the athleticism that it takes to
After
shoot such a
Japan.
feat. You know,
I ain't
to
gonna lie
travel
to
at the
you,
speed
bro.
of green lightning. It's actually incredible.
See, you see how you are? You see how you are as a person? But I'm not gonna sit up here and lie, man. Like I've been talking to Ender Walker, and of course Ender Walker is playing DJ now. He thinks that DJ is the best in the game. But the way that he plays DJ is more like risk reward based. Like he believes that he doesn't try to play DJ in like a super slow, neutral based way necessarily. He thinks it's worth it to take like I'm gonna do hop knee, I'm gonna do sway sometimes. Of course, I'm a driver sometimes. So I think people are seeing that a whole lot more nowadays, where the barrier and the risk reward with DJ because of his high damage is just hella. I mean, it's just very in his favor. So I think we're going to see more DJs qualify for Capcom Cup. 4 to 2 DJs right now.
Well, we have Namikaze out of Brazil and Jabiem out of South Africa, and of course, people are looking for players like Fudo, right? I mean, so that's a tough one to call. So like, Xian, what we have coming up, Xian is definitely a contender, especially out of his region. So. Man, there's so many World Warrior events and so many potential players. So there's a really high potential for more DJs to make it into the cup at the end here. Definitely a lot of them are qualified for these regional finals. But then we have Luke, right? So we have NL, who qualified with Luke, and also Chris Wong, who qualified out of winning the CPT France. So Luke's been doing really strong here. Do we expect more? I'm thinking about US West, maybe. We have Noah the Prodigy who's been doing a lot of work. Samurai as well. I guess 2 of them are potentially going to qualify through either the CPT or the regional final. I expect some more potentially. I don't know. Anyone else we're thinking of?
Yeah, of course. The two-time Capcom Cup champion, Dominican Republic's finest, Mena RD. I mean, so far this year, come on, bro. The dude has, of course, he just won Capcom Cup. That was this year, mind you. It was last season, but that's this year in another game. This game comes, people don't even bring it up. He even won CEO, which of course that's not like a premier event, but he won CEO. Then you see him at Evo, 2nd place. Singapore, 4th place. France, 2nd place. And so far, he is not in Capcom Cup. And it hurts my soul. But with that being the case, I highly doubt that there's even a chance that Mena RD doesn't end up punching in his ticket.
I disagree. There is a chance, and that's what's terrifying about this.
You're right.
Look at the region. So we have the World Warrior event coming up. His World Warrior has people like NuckleDu, Punk, Idom, and there's
and
potential.
That's not even to say it's still like the Space Boys and whatnot of the world.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised, but don't be too surprised if
there's been upsets. There's been upsets in these World Warrior events. Mena RD is not completely uncontested in these events. I think he's won the majority of them, but he's been put to losers bracket. He's been, he's had some setbacks along the way. So the U.S. East, incredibly strong region. But is that going to be another one for Luke or another one for Blanca? Because actually, if we look at also the U.S. Midwest, Flash Metroid came out on top as the #1 ranked player in the World Warrior with Blanca as well. So there's potential for more Blanca there. Flash is actually a solo Blanca main. I'm going to do my best personally to put a stop to that.
Yes.
Coming up for my regional final.
I'm glad you made it in that, by the way, bro.
Oh, I had to squeak my way in there. I had a few road bumps, missed one of the qualifiers, but I snuck in.
Another
in
potential
second.
Luke right there. Dual Kevin.
Dual Kevin as well. Yeah, there's lots of potential for that character. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But I want to give a big shout out also to our recent CPT Premier qualifier, Garnet. He just won in Europe West with Dawson. So we have decent variety already there.
And then, so as far as the characters that we have that have one representative, now this is where you see a whole lot of variety, right? All of this, people have one, all these characters only have one representative so far. Chun-Li, Juri, we're gonna save this other one for last. Zangief, Rashid, Dawson. Then these 2 are surprising. JP and Guile. A bit surprising. I would say
it's
JP
right
is more
now.
surprising because, and of course, this at the time this recorded. I would say JP is a bit more surprising because I think more people play him than play Guile, is what I mean. Not even talking about tier list.
I think
He's just more
Guile
popular.
and NA is just very successful. Like there's definitely not that many Guile players, but the ones that compete are extremely successful, right? NuckleDu, he's been the guy. Like he has even more tournament presence than Punk does right now, just because I think he enters on try hard mode more than Punk does, right? He's in every online weekly, playing his main, attempting to win and cash out. players like Brian D as well doing extremely well, and Kaba. So we've had like these 3 players in the North American scene reigning terror on us, so we see him all the time. But there's not as many as JP. So yeah, it's funny to see the villain JP with only 1 qualifier right now.
Yeah.
However, he is prevalent. He's in these World Warrior regional finals all over the world. So I expect the most improved after this 2 weeks might be JP.
You think so?
But I think this is his chance to really to represent his actual position in the meta.
Yes, and Rolf.
Yeah, I think they have the biggest chance to climb the rankings right now. There's definitely a lot of players who play JP who are qualified, but
who do
he
you
hasn't
expect
been-
not to? This is the thing. This was interesting. Who do we think is going to stay at 0? Right now, the characters that are not represented in the cup, at least based off we know who plays them and all that. Right now, there's no Ryu, no Jamie, no Kimberly. Look, hey, just listen to those names. Hey, don't comment. All right, no Ryu, no Jamie, no Kimberly, no E Honda. Blanca will be in there, we assume. No Manon, no Marissa. Oh, we know Marissa's getting in.
We know?
We assume.
no Cammy.
Wasim might have something. No Cammy, no Lily, and no Aki. Okay, the Cammy, of course, we know we're looking at Funk, we're looking at Hurricane.
Sí.
That's not a guarantee that we'll see Cammy, which is kind of weird to think about. No Cammy. But what about these first 3, man? Ryu, Jamie, Kimberly, maybe Zerna, young Zerna?
The character we're not seeing in Capcom Cup is Jamie. That's all I can say.
You ain't, hey, I swear you ain't lying. 'Cause who
I think
is the-
literally any of these other characters has a bigger shot. I mean, even like characters that people had traditionally wrote off, like Lily. I think we've actually seen a lot more tournament success, especially modern Lily.
I agree.
Hibiki the Beast, and even Chakotay is in the regional final for Midwest with Lily. Kichipa was also rocking modern Lily at CPT France, and he caught a top 16 finish with her. So we've actually been seeing Lily do a decent amount of work in these regions. But Jamie's the one that's not represented at all.
Yeah, because there's
out of many of these characters.
You never even see anybody pick Jamie as far as at the highest level. There's
Yeah, in any of
nobody
these
I can think of.
CPT style events, you don't really see that character represented. But the characters I'm surprised about right now, Marissa, Cammy, and even Blanca. Like those are the characters I expect to. They have a high chance of making it in with a lot of high-level representation, especially Marissa. I feel like there's bound to be a Marissa in there. I would be so surprised because
now we're seeing what Problem X is doing with Marissa as well.
Yes. So Cammy's the one who I think doesn't actually have that much representation at the highest level, right? We have Punk and Hurricane, and I think Kazunoko as well. There's a few others, but she's not as prolific as you might expect given how strong she is. And Punk, I expect him to make it in as well, but that region, Knuckle-Doo, Punk, Mena,
you could see
Idom.
any of them not making it in. And any
there's
of
only
them
2
not
spots.
making it in feels so weird, bro. Like could you imagine a cup
that's how
without?
it is.
I'm not speaking into existence. Knock on wood. Like may the best player win. But yeah, Capcom Cup without Punk sounds so weird, doesn't it?
But this is the Olympic format we're going with, right? This is regional representations, about sending your representative from your region. It's why we have the World Warrior program here. We're sending 2 from every region, and that's how it is, no matter how strong they are. I mean, only 2 players from Japan are getting in. You got Daigo, Bonchan, Tokido, Kakadu, Kazunoko, Fenrich, you name it. They're in that region. Only 2 are being sent, right? The list goes on, especially for Japan. We were only talking about really 4 and USCs. Listen, our bias is showing here. Let's be real. But that's the format. It's brutal. It's cutthroat. It's competition, and the best man's got to win for that region. So we'll see how this shapes up over the next couple of weeks. Because I'm telling you, check the results, check the tournaments, check your streaming sites, whether on Twitch or YouTube. Look for Street Fighter 6. You're going to see people from all over the world competing and qualifying over these next 2 weeks. So whatever your agenda is, too, if you want to upplay or downplay your character, pay attention to what's going on in the world of Street Fighter 6. There's a lot of CPT action coming your way.
Brian, indeed, the format for CPT right now is cutthroat, and of course, it leads to a whole lot of heartbreaks. But in the end of the day, it is going to be up to the players. They control their own fate, and we are about to see exactly that play out right now. We started out with so many competitors, but now we are down to the final 8, and only one of them is about to punch their ticket in the Capcom Cup and have their chance at the $2 million prize pool. Who is it going to be? Let's find out. I've been your boy Big Hollywood Rob TV. This has been Brian F, and it is time for CPT Middle East
Ok.
Top 8.
Preparación de 3 minutos antes de que empiece.
I present the hunter from Kamura.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Ok, ya empezamos en 1 minuto y medio. Así que están listos. Bueno. What? 1, 2, 1.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Guano takes it over Idol!
Alright, you ready?
You don't want to
No puede ser, no te trabes.
let him. Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Mena RD!
Let's go.
Hey, all right, everybody, welcome back to the CPT. It's the Middle East. That's what we're going to be looking at today. We have a top 8 ready to go. We've got some of the best players in the world at this event. My name's Ultra David, and with me, Jake Ryan.
Oh yeah, wonderful day to get into even more top 8 action. We've had many competitors qualify for the Capcom Cup this weekend, and we've got one more that's going to be determined today here in the Middle East. Obviously, we have some favorites, but we do have competitors as well that have been rising in the region, coming from previous games, resurging and trying to take that top spot. Obviously, AngryBird and BigBird, the two favorites. AngryBird already qualified, BigBird on the other side of things, trying to get that qualification, but there are other competitors in that mix as well, and we're going to be able to see the bracket right now because we've been doing some research and looking into exactly how these players have performed and where how they got to this point today. Obviously, on the winner's side of things, you have AngryBird, Nasser's own,
the birds and winners.
RealMF,
AngryBird versus RealMF,
but still wants
BigBird
a
of
chance to get to
Fandroid,
that
and
grand
winners,
final.
and losers
And then
Hamood,
on the other side of
YSF-B,
winners, you have the
Hamood,
other side of
Metplex.
Nasser, the BigBird versus Fandroid. Both tied for
Tenemos
points in the World Warrior.
4 de Emiratos Árabes Unidos, 2 de
coming to
Kuwait,
the
1 de
top of the
Pakistán y 1
table
de
with a win
Bahrein.
in the last World Warrior there. So a very contentious match to be had in both winners' side.
And then down in loser's side, we're going to start out with Amu from Pakistan versus YSF-B from Bahrain. We have a couple of players in there who are expecting DJ, we're expecting Honda. You know, we're looking at players who have only lost to some of the best in this region at this point. Then on the other side of that, from the UAE, both Hamood and Metplex, we're looking at Chun and Juri as our expectation there. And again, those players only lost to BigBird, Hamood, and Metplex has only lost to Fandroid, who, as you mentioned, those are both current first place in the World Warriors. So the only people who have lost, who are still in this thing, have lost to some of the best. The folks on the winner's side remain among the best in the world. I think this is a very strong top 8 that we have shaping up here.
Yeah, and there's no way to tell how it can go because, I mean, we could see expectations be subverted. We've seen miracle stories come through from losers and from winners' side. So, a lot of great
Tenemos varios
and they're not
looks
only
acá.
fighting for a Capcom
Aunque
Cup
al menos tenemos
and
Chun-Li
qualification, they are
y
fighting
Marisa.
for some prizing. First place is going to take the lion's share here for $2,500. Second place for $1,200. Third is going to take a crispy $800 and 500 doubloons for fourth place. So guaranteeing that top 4 spot is going to be what you're aiming for, and number 1 is going to be where you want to land. Again, there is a implication here because if AngryBird gets the position where he is in winner side grand finals, second place will be the one to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour. So that is a best case scenario for the rest of the playing field. And that means you only have to win losers finals to get that chance for $1 million, because not only do you get this event prizing, there is $2 million of total prizing for the season finale Capcom Cup, 10 and $1 million for first place, a life-changing amount of money that, you know, this is a huge opportunity.
Is that big money?
I think so.
Okay.
Survey says that's pretty big money.
It's a lot of zeros on it, I'll tell you that much. Jeez,
I haven't counted that high before.
Look at that number down there.
That's a pretty big
That
number.
is what is in line for these players. Very possible. And in fact, as we've been mentioning, I think we got a couple players here who really have a great shot at that, to be honest. You mentioned the path for AngryBird. Of course, having won EVO, as you mentioned, he's already qualified. If he gets into winners side grand finals, yes, losers finals is the battle.
Yeah.
Right? But also, if for the other person who gets into winners side of grand finals, right? Then if AngryBird marches through from loser side, then they auto-qualify as well. So there's a couple of ways for it to kind of be like, you don't actually need to win the tournament. You just got to get in the grand finals, and AngryBird's got to be the person that you're playing against. That's all that really matters for your Capcom Cup qualification. Obviously, there's still money on the line today. You still want to say that you won the thing. Like, there's more going on, but that is that's something to keep in mind, certainly. I also think it's interesting, too, that, you know, in this region that we've been looking at for a long time at this point, the UAE and Kuwait have oftentimes been the two powerhouses in the region, and we saw that yesterday when it started out, when I think it was 5 UAE and 4 Kuwait. Today, UAE has showed up bigger, but it is possible that winners finals could still be Kuwait, because both of those winners matches right now are UAE versus Kuwait, which is going to be fun to watch.
I love that. And that's the thing that's so cool about this, because it's not
Or
just
Pakistan.
the birds in this region that are coming out on top. You are getting to see, like you said, UAE, Kuwait. We had a couple. We had
Pakistan.
from Jordan as well.
That's right.
So
And
spanning
far
far
6.
and wide, really showing us the depth of the player pool that not only we have in the Middle East, but the entire world. And that's what's so cool about the Capcom Pro Tour. And yeah, like we said, these first 2 matches are going to be incredibly important because, you know, the story, it's like we all expect AngryBird to move on to the winners finals. RealMF has other ideas, right? And then on the other side, BigBird is going to be fighting against Fandroid. And I think that's going to be the most important match, like, to start the day, because that puts, if BigBird ends up losing, right, that run from losers becomes that much more difficult. And like you said, if we see like RealMF or Fandroid get to that winner side grand finals, it's up to like AngryBird is such a
voy
good
así.
player. Like, if he gets back to that point, Big
O
Bird is
sea,
going to be
lose
shaking
to
his head.
Hamood.
AngryBird versus BigBird in losers finals.
Oh.
Does AngryBird beat BigBird in that case?
I don't know.
Would he do it? Would he do it to his own friend? I don't know. I mean, whatever. We'll see how it all plays out. It's going to be fun to watch for sure, regardless of what happens. And of course, I'm sure they're going to be playing seriously.
Oh, yeah.
In any case.
Absolutely.
We're going to be starting out today with
Birds
BigBird
battle.
versus Fandroid. That will be the first match.
Aquí vamos,
on
primer
deck.
match.
So as you mentioned,
BigBird
these two
versus
players are currently
Fandroid.
first.
DJ
Well, now those World
versus
Warrior rankings are complete.
Marisa.
They are tied for first place in points. A couple of different ways of getting there. BigBird won each of the times that he entered, but only entered 3 times. And Fandroid had more consistency entering the entire time.
Yeah, ended up showing up to all
Emiratos
of the
Árabes
events there
Unidos
with the
versus
DJ, getting a
Kuwait.
win at the
Y va a ser
very
Marisa
end,
versus
tying it up there.
DJ.
So, you know, top 4 for the World Warrior is going to end up in winners. Bottom 4 is going to end up in losers. And like I said, I think this is going to be a pivotal match for the rest of the day.
A big prize.
And the whole day is going to be 3 out of 5. If you haven't watched top 8s for the CPT before, all of our top 8s are going to be 3 out of 5. We had first 2s yesterday for top 16, but now a little bit more time to adapt, a little bit more time to
big
digest
prize.
what your opponent is bringing to the table.
For
and against a player
eliminating
like
Wiasina.
BigBird, it could be a blessing and a curse, right? Because if you give him more and more data, he is going to start to pick apart your game plan. So you need to have as many different looks
ya aviso que todos los matches en top 8 van a ser FT3.
One touch could mean your demise against the Marisa.
First
Sí.
place at Red Bull Kumite. 4th place at Gamers 8. Again, currently tied. Well, ends up tied first in World
empezamos.
Warrior. That's BigBird. What did he have to say?
A ver qué dice.
Fandroid has been killing it lately in the online events, and DJ is strong, but Muscle Mommy shall reign supreme.
I feel like the community loves that one, Marisa.
Fandroid ha estado matando últimamente en los eventos online y DJ es fuerte, pero Mujer Musculosa reinará suprema.
And I mean, DJ, yes, has now qualified. There's 4 of them in the Capcom Cup 10. Like, we're going to see a lot of DJ representation. So we might potentially see another one pull up to the plate here, depending on how Fandroid can play. And again, you make one mistake, one reversal up kicks gets blocked, and your whole match might be over, right? So it's going to come down to how you can stop the onslaught that is BigBird on the Marisa. And I mean, seeing how calculated his neutral, not only with the pressure, but with his ability to whip punish, his utilization of Gladius, not only as a poke, but as an anti-air, his air-to-air consistency. I mean, you always have to be looking for the command grab, right? It catches you off guard almost every single time, and I believe we have some words from as well here. Looking into it, everybody knows who BigBird is, but I will end his winning streak against me. That is the mindset that you have to have going into this event. If you go in and you look at the paper and say, oh, well, I'm fighting BigBird, better luck next time. No, man, if only I got AngryBird, different story. No, I love this from Fandroid because if you are going in with that right mindset, and even if there's a winning streak before,
A ver
this is the
si
tournament that
Fandroid puede
matters most to you
romper
right now, right?
la
This
win
win
streak de
means that you have
BigBird,
one more to
que
get
ha
to the grand
ganado
finals,
todo
and then you are
2-0,
number 1
2-0,
AngryBird
0-0.
fan for the rest
¿Podrá
of the
ser que
day.
BigBird se lo lleve a 3-0 o Fandroid
good.
romperá
It's gonna be a
el
good
hechizo
start to the day
del
here in our
13
winner stop.
de
I'm looking forward to
victorias cerradas?
BigBird also gave shout-outs. We asked the players for shout-outs. Said Titan Tournament hosted in Titan Cafe, and shout-outs to V/Slash for organizing the World Warriors and other offline events. Always nice to be able to highlight the people who are putting in work in the local scenes. It's not just about the players. It's a lot more that goes into the FGC than just the top players.
Yeah.
Most of the people in the FGC aren't top players, it turns out.
Who would have thought?
So yeah, shout-outs to the organizers and everybody else involved who is keeping things alive. Here we go. First match of the top 8 here for
Empezamos,
CPT
Marisa versus DJ, Kuwait versus Emiratos Árabes Unidos. Adelante.
Some great screen positioning. The real estate is going to be one of the
Si no dejas que Marisa te toque, tenés la victoria, puedes ganarla. No tienes que dejar que Marisa te abra, porque si te abre, te jode vivo porque el daño que te hace es una barbaridad. Como ahora. Empezamos. Empieza el juego de Marisa.
Again, wow.
No, rompió la Machine Gun Punch.
Setup. Wow.
Nope.
Perfect turn right back.
Yeah.
Oh, hizo mal el punish.
Counter hitting again.
Con el
The
perfect
dash
parry.
grab, that was really ambitious.
Parece que el
Another
primer
great way
round
to
se lo
deal
va a
with the
llevar
bodies, other than going for the
Fandroid.
low.
A no
Fandroid
ser
is
que
one
el...
to win, and that's
Sí.
happened twice.
No.
And that happened twice as well, unfortunately for Fandroid. Great block.
We're
It's
going.
not over yet. BigBird scheming.
Ay, no, lo va a matar.
One hit. Oh,
Maxi.
Starting off strong, showing those looks early is great because you're making your negative frames on an equal playing field, right? And knowing that
Perfect
BigBird is going to follow the rules, knowing
parry.
it's his turn to punish, definitely a great time to do it, but Fandroid could have ended that
Ay, no.
round
Juego de Marisa
2
pared
touches earlier, so you need to see a little bit
target
of play
plus
off the foot
frames.
hops because those connecting,
I know.
you're not going to get it 100% of the time,
Marisa
and
gained.
90% of the time, this might be the look you have stuck in the corner. Uh-oh.
Hey.
This is where it begins.
La armor.
BigBird.
Bien, bloqueó el overhead, pero de acá no sale. Está muerto.
Looks like that was the right call. 1-1 in the first game.
¡Qué gané!
No anti-air this time. Nice. Finds the perfect carry again, and this time does not.
No gasta el level
drop
3.
and shoot
Usó
down
el,
upper.
creo que el light
Corner
machine
we
gun
go.
punch.
I really like how Fandroid's playing. Other than those couple of issues, other than the drops. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay.
No, lo deja en guess for...
No
otra
way.
vez cross up y con...
Cross-up
Pero
in the knee.
cayó.
Remember, that's 3 for 3.
Take it
BigBird
eye.
has not been stopped on the scoops. Wow.
There you go.
Again.
No, no hizo bien el punish.
Oh
Nah,
no.
lo
it's
mata,
all
lo
falling
mata,
apart.
lo mata.
Yeah, that
He's
was
dead.
Another unfortunate drop there for Fandroid, and a game on the board for BigBird. Like BigBird has said, consistently with Marisa, all you need is one opportunity. And the thing is, in that last round,
Holy crap, el daño.
one to really get
Vamos con el segundo set.
BigBird, and it's already starting off on the wrong foot here.
No.
But there it is.
That's
3
exactly
for
what
4.
you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Esta vez le hizo bien el punish al command grab. Pero te vas a la pared otra vez.
Oh,
DJ.
right back to the well.
Sweet
For 5. That's an 80% success rate. We're looking good on these numbers so far. Tries to escape with the OD. Not finding a way just yet. Neutral jump still doesn't get you out.
Take the throw.
And this is just complete control by BigBird. Takes a walk back. Knows that all you got to deal with the drive rush check. And about to burn out on the side of Fandroid.
Ay, por
He doesn't
Dios,
have
se
2
está
bars.
trabando allá. Joder.
He does. Oh, here we go. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, nice air to air. Doesn't get the most damage, but it's mostly about the space created. The just cool to escape, and now it's a one touch. Both sides. The back dash.
Oh man, I gotta think that there was a route to get the kill.
No.
Yeah, I mean, having that on the table potentially, especially with the 2 bars, could have gone for something. You have to have the rhythm. Right now, it's looking all sweet chin
the
music.
big stolen turn.
Plus,
Man.
plus.
Y
5 for
punish
6.
counter. Esto va a doler una
About to burn
barbaridad.
out too. What a jab check though. Active defense is huge, and it doesn't
it?
matter. Yeah, you are.
Is it good night?
I don't
Lo
think it's a
mata.
question.
It's not a question at all.
Oyasumi Nasai, go to bed.
Falcon
2
punch. 2-0 a favor de BigBird.
BigBird. They're learning their ABCs this morning. Absolutely bodying the competition.
His economy of buttons and options, I'm always impressed by when it comes to watching BigBird. I feel like he just makes the right call so often. It's not like he's overactive. He just like this. He was hanging out, just happened to jump, which he hasn't done very often, at exactly the right time to get the big push, big mix.
Yeah, and
Backs
again,
off.
creating that space right there,
fine.
getting caught by the short hop, and even though you're back to mid-screen, it's not the worst position. Nice tech right there. The green stuff, I'm not afraid. Nice, and the anti-air aren't that great for BigBird in the reset. That's 6 for 7. This is unbelievable. Fandroid, one touch. No way, you like
La
me.
árbol.
I said that at the beginning. He not
Ay, de
only
árbol.
uses it as a poke, he uses it as an anti-air, he also uses it to bait the uppercut. Insane, and again, the jump. This is textbook.
Oh boy, I'm worried.
No,
I'm
de
worried.
nuevo.
I'm worried.
No.
De armor.
Oh, no. Fandroid. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Okay, no.
Yeah, not
Did
one
not
more
quite
touch will
build
do
enough.
it.
Yes.
Is it going to be a command grab to close it out?
Okay,
Wonderful,
hello,
perfect parry.
hello.
This is good.
Hard to play chill against
Only
Marisa.
about 10%.
Right.
Oh, you're going to need a little bit more than that. Fandroid doesn't have the 3rd bar yet. Try to get a little cheeky with the just cool. You're going to need to find a huge opportunity, huge pocket. Because BigBird's looking for one touch.
Lo
and
mata.
that is going to be a wrap. I don't know.
3-0.
Expedited 3-0.
Y sigue limpio el señor
BigBird
BigBird.
moving on to winners finals. That was a clinic. That was, oh man, I hope.
Carrying off that body.
Yeah, that was, Muscle Mummy's got you in good arms is what we would say there. BigBird with the big win, 3-0, one big donut for Fandroid. Going to be able to see them play it out in losers, but again, 6 per 7 success rate on the command grabs. If that is your batting average, you are feeling good. That is an all-star performance.
I mean, you're the best batter of all time if that's your batting.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's like, dang, you're grand slamming every time. That is nuts.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Fandroid, there were some issues. There were some errors in there. I liked a lot of his individual choices here and there, but there were certainly moments when he could have taken the round. Two that I could think of.
La desesperación le costó caro a Fandroid.
Unfortunately, he didn't get whatever the big damage that he could have gotten was. He got something that was a little easier, and that is just not going to cut it when it comes to somebody like BigBird. Big respect to Fandroid. You can definitely tell that the talent's there, but man, BigBird is world class for sure, and is in winners finals.
Okay, siguiente match viene ahora. AngryBird versus RealMF.
And you can see that from the play on display. And again, I want to tote back to the command grabs because not only was it used in pressure sequence on plus frames, it was used in reset opportunities, even on wake up. So not being able to expect that and not even showing the other looks off of the stance. Like, that's so scary in and of itself because BigBird didn't even have to show the other looks. It was like, oh, it's going to keep connecting. Good old command grab. Nothing beats rock.
Qué asco me da esto a veces con el chat de Twitch.
Be beheld. It was a lot, and
could be
could
be that mirror match as well as a DJ for Hamood there.
That would be pretty interesting.
Interesting either way.
Yeah.
On the other side of winners is going to be Nasser, AngryBird, and RealMF. That's where we're headed next. Or AngryBird.
Okay, aquí vamos. AngryBird versus RealMF. Luke versus
7,500 players, or whatever it was.
Pretty hard.
The world's biggest fighting game tournament of all time. #1 player right here. After all was said and done, one of the all-time runs in a fighting game tournament, in a fighting game bracket, was done by AngryBird just this year. And even other than that, he continues to do great. Continues to have success. He hasn't entered World Warrior. Why? I imagine because he's qualified for Capcom Cup. And you know, every time we see him play, whether it's just watching his stream or whatever he shows up on, it's just absolute world-class talent.
Definitely a treat, and like as a Ken player myself, every single time I watch him play, I feel like I learned something new. And it's like every VOD, like a VOD will come up, and I'm like, I did not know that he had that option available to him. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can use your 4-frame to punish this very particular thing, and AngryBird is reacting to it 90% of the time. Absolutely. And RealMF on the loop definitely has the right tool, the right character to combat the Ken. Again, the definitive tell if Luke is better than Ken here.
Cammy versus Luke.
It's actually not even going to be that.
Ken? Who's that? He's not even worth playing right now. Obviously,
bottom
it's Luke.
5 character.
Luke's the answer.
Punk plays Cammy, obviously. Big Punk fan.
AngryBird wants Ken for BigBird.
They're on the same team for Street Fighter League. And now we're going to see how Team Nasser, can they continue to perform, or is RealMF going to be fighting the biggest of birds? Winner semifinals, the second match of the day to determine our winners finals. And a great check immediately. RealMF feeling comfortable in the corner, but no anti-air. Ooh, this is looking rough now. Yikes.
No. Esto parece que se lo va a llevar también de gratis AngryBird.
That's a little challenge by RealMF. What a whiff punish.
Vaya la
before the Fierce even. Other side.
That's unblocked.
Lo mata.
And that is going to do it.
Primer round para AngryBird.
I gotta tell you, seeing earlier, I like RealMF's neutral game. I thought that was good, but there were individual hits there that didn't add up to much damage. Whereas if AngryBird finds the hit, he's just never going to drop the opportunity. That was a perfect example. That perfect parry into combo, into pressure. Like, he's never going to drop the opportunity to do whatever's the best in that situation. It's very tough to combat that if you're not also getting max out of every situation.
Yeah, and I love this too. AngryBird just playing it patient, willing to walk it back, knowing that RealMF is the one who's going to push the initiative because he's so confident in his whip punish game. And again, still in this corner, not too afraid. Wow. No way. Oh, wow. Went for the nothing. Empty hoolie. Yikes. What a shimmy. But no confirm right there. Interesting.
Back to what seems like a pretty comfortable.
Lo mata. No lo mata, pero le va a sacar buena vida y él va a recuperar drive.
Whatever. Shout out to you. You're the best. What can I say?
That's the thing. I mean, Punk said it on Street Fighter League. He's like, hey, AngryBird, can you do one of those like single hit confirm or cheat combos for me real quick?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, hold on, let me do it with Cammy. Oh my goodness, just check the drive.
Primer round para el primer set para el señor AngryBird.
But it nevertheless is the case that if you're playing against AngryBird and you want to get the W over him, you also need to be doing that kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy, or even that it's like something that you should expect to be able to do. But like, if you find the hit that RealMF just found, you know, ideally you would do what AngryBird just did there. But boy, very few players in the world can actually do that.
Yeah, it is a tall order to fill right here. And all right, the perfect knuckles do come out, takes the Oki off of the charge. But again, AngryBird's defense has been so dang good. And again, lockdown, utilizing the quick movement. And there we go. Didn't get enough space for that drive rush here. And about to burn out on AngryBird. Is the level 1 enough? No. Gotta pepper in some Sandblast here.
EX Sandblast. No, OD.
RealMF has been in so far.
No, lo mata. Round para RealMF.
And that crouch medium punch, $1 million button right there. RealMF.
¿Podrá ser que RealMF romperá la racha perfecta de AngryBird de 2-0? Para que esto no sea otro 3-0.
From RealMF here is not a single anti-air has come out. And I mean, against Cammy, it is difficult because you have the dive kick, you can change the jump arc. You do have an amazing jab to check there as well, but you gotta look for it. You have to make AngryBird afraid of the skies, and again, we're not seeing it.
Yeah, that's true. It is difficult to pay. Oh, yeah, all right. Here's RealMF. Going for the up-close setup. He baits well, and he needs to find one more hit to take a round here. It's not enough quite yet.
Nice.
Counter hit the trade. Let's go. No!
Oh, man. And
everybody watching is holding their breath.
The thing is, AngryBird has known for making his comebacks. This is so terrifying because the critical art is on deck.
The next hit is for kill.
Yeah, this is a one-touch game. Both sides driving back with the beast mode, baby. Comes out. We don't even need to go to Memphis. 1-1 on the board. RealMF with the reaction when it matters most. Anti-airs? No. Level 2.
The perfect AngryBird streak is broken.
Wow.
Váyala.
Yeah, there we go. That is a good look. RealMF with the first reversal of the game, even from both sides, other than the drive impact reaction.
Adding that to his arsenal could be really helpful here. Just disrupting, if you can.
Man, that stand roundhouse is one of the strongest buttons in the game, and I love that, utilizing the charge knuckle right there, plus frames, and not even acting afterwards, you know, giving that respect to AngryBird.
No.
Here's AngryBird.
A la pared.
Right up close with
No, gracias.
Wow!
RealMF, great check.
Perfect.
I mean, if you're pressing crouch medium punch, you're doing something right on the three-piece.
Okay,
and that was huge! That was a delay to...
No!
Oh boy, all right.
Se salvó.
Jeez.
How many times? Is that our new counter? 2 for 2 on the nose. Oh, man.
What a drop
situations. That's a very rare drop by AngryBird in response.
It was a Middle Eastern reset. Normally we have American resets, but that is the one right there. A kill combo into a unfortunate drop into the game win. RealMF up there doing it really good, and I love that. Like the patience from both sides. You can see the respect. Ooh, that was a very scary whiff.
Yes. Very close to worked out. AngryBird, rather than grab, but not getting the confirm. Again, very rare.
Maybe feeling the pressure here a little bit. I mean, obviously, being the favorite, you have a target on your back, and target's locked right there.
Lo mata. Final round del tercer set. ¿Será que AngryBird se irá en 2-1? ¿O será de forma sorpresiva RealMF que se irá en 2-1?
50 seconds have been grinded away, and you still have not been touched.
That's Street Fighter 6 perfect.
It's discouraging. Nice. This is going to be huge. Do you opt to cash out? We're going to see right here. Now takes the Oki, tries to bait the grab again. And
still
no
have not seen DP. Again, same. This time he will.
Level 3.
I like that now. I mean, in this position, too, you got a little more drive gauge to work with.
Yeah. He would have had to have burned himself out if he wanted to get more damage from that.
Yeah. Okay. Plus frames.
Man.
This is so good. Close to the corner, and that was great. Not a real block.
No, OD.
Able to bust out with the DP. What a perfect parry on the knuckles, and goes for the drive gauge attack.
Super smart.
Yeah, I love this. No anti-air still. You cannot leave a gap here, though, because AngryBird definitely has the reactions. Throwing a Sandblast is also a death sentence, potentially. Again! Spin Knuckle is not your friend, not your ally. And there it is, the back heavy kick into the super. A 2-1 lead for RealMF.
RealMF.
2-1, madre mía. Esto podría ser un upset si RealMF le gana a AngryBird, aunque AngryBird ya está clasificado para la Capcom Cup por ganar el Evo.
How do we add it to the puzzle right here? Yeah, I think once you add that, it's like AngryBird's approaches are starting to run out. A little too flush right there. That was.
Cannon strike. Cannon spike.
It's back to AngryBird. Distance game.
Nice, and I love
Hoping
that.
to whiff punish.
Yeah, going for the drive rush jab too to end a little bit early. Catch AngryBird reaching.
It's a very passive play right now by AngryBird.
Yeah, and I love this. Fishing out with the stand light kick too. Bait out maybe a stand roundhouse. Go for a crouch medium kick. Again, no crosscut, no anti-air.
Bien, le chequeó bien ahí el dry rush a RealMF y ahí le punició el señor AngryBird.
So slow. Such a change of pace.
Yeah, I'll say. I don't think he's taken any damage yet. It looks like up there at 55 seconds on the clock. He's content to just play it very patiently.
Yeah, knowing that these overextensions, you know, the delay techs have really been catching him off guard, ending up in great wins for RealMF. Again, the bust
cannon
out.
strike.
Gotta keep it airtight.
Oh,
what a pose.
He's pretty cool looking, to be honest.
That is definitely a body.
Very confident look.
Yeah. He ate his
The connection.
Walking it down, 33 seconds on the clock. Still a potential perfect for AngryBird.
Oh.
I believe he did it. Yes.
Wow.
He had already done it. It just hadn't filtered across the globe to where we are observing from, which, to be fair, is quite a distance from these two players.
Yeah.
Both of them, GCC countries, not super far away from each other. I imagine the connection's fine.
That was a 69-second. That is nuts.
Classic.
Classic.
Well, we'll let you know what happened as soon as we find out.
We'll be able to.
I mean, you know, we're playing on the internet, you know, guys. It's the real world, and not everything goes to plan all the time.
Kuwait.
You know, it's
we could give
being
our
done live. We're not coming to you as a recording. I can tell you that much.
Absolutely. We could give you some radio commentary on what we think is happening, but I don't know if it'd be completely accurate. I can't believe it. No.
Yeah, there might be some of that.
The fourth time.
But I really like how it seemed that AngryBird was playing more and more. He was playing much more distancey, much more slowly. That seemed very comfortable for him in those last couple of rounds.
And I think that's the thing that's great about AngryBird. It's not only that oppressive, like drive jab pressure, you know, continually keeping on top of you and not letting you have a moment to even think about your options. I think the scariest AngryBird is the one that's holding down back and is just waiting and goading you in with his movement, because as you saw there, every drive rush check with a jab, almost every whiff punish came in clutch in those last games. There was 2 perfects that we were able to look at.
Yep.
And they were long, and that can be so discouraging for your opponent. RealMF is like,
madre mía, ahí que hay problemas de conexión entre Kuwait y Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
And I can't hit
o sea que la infraestructura de Kuwait en internet no es, como se dice, muy buena, que digamos.
As soon as we do, we'll let you know exactly what the result was. I think the rule is that, you know, we're not going to interrupt their game, but as far as the next game, that one should be one that we get to take a look at. I guess unless RealMF ended up winning it, in which case, congratulations to him, but I don't know.
Surprise. The hidden camera footage, we're going to have to like dive in and see exactly what happened there, but yeah, I mean, I'm really loving what RealMF has brought to the table. The first game looked a little bit shaky, but then it felt like RealMF found a crack in AngryBird's defense, not only with the, you know, the staggers on the crouch medium punch, but off of plus frames, just saying, I'm going to backdash, I'm going to bait out your throws, goad you into these, you know, pretty precarious situations, and showed some really great hit confirms of his own, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And the drops also were definitely heart-wrenching, but,
you know, not ideal.
It made it more exciting.
That's true. Definitely interesting to watch. Yeah, I mean, I definitely liked a lot about his style. I really think that the only thing at this point is the lack of anti-air. Yeah. Although I suppose the way that AngryBird was playing in those last couple of rounds, that wasn't as relevant anymore. But still, it would be great to have that too.
Yeah, didn't really jump at all in the end there. But yeah, even a crouch heavy punch, you don't get the most damage, but dissuading that approach is going to be something that is so important. But against Cammy, you know, one misstep, and then you are stuck in the vortex.
Punish counter dive kick. Definitely something to be concerned about if you miss your anti-air.
Parece que tuvieron problemas de conexión.
We always ask
y ahora el match se
to
está jugando
talk a little bit about
upstream.
themselves. We always ask for shout-outs, like tell us stuff, right? What's your quote that you want us to say on the air? And you may notice that We don't always show what the person's quote is, because sometimes it's interesting, and sometimes it's AngryBird saying, "quote, good luck."
That's so nuts. Like that is the most confident answer you can give to someone, because he's incredibly humble too. Like
sure.
gracious in defeat and like humble in victory. Yeah. And like he knows how good he is.
Of course.
He writes it down. He says, "Good luck."
Yeah.
Smiley face.
Yeah. Definitely a thumbs up on the end of that one. And for shout-outs, he also wanted to shout out Titan Cafe Esports monthly tournament. That's very nice. Yeah. For RealMF, shout-outs to the local Arizona scene.
Hey, there we go.
Although in Kuwait, RealMF shouts out to the local Arizona scene. There's definitely a long history of players from that region coming over to the U.S. for studying abroad and the like, including to Arizona.
Nephew, ahí está, Nephew ganó, o sea, Mikex ganó Canada West, el World Finals. Nephew ganó el evento de World Warrior US West Finals.
In Street Fighter over the years, you may have heard of Latif.
Fudo ganó el World Warrior
in other games as well,
Japan
also
Finals.
Pretty good. So that's an example of that too. But yeah, I think that's very cool that that's who he chooses to shout out.
Yeah, definitely the pinnacle of Sea Vipers right there.
Xian ganó el de Asia Southeast y se clasificó. O sea que tenemos acá, ayer ganaron dos DJs.
Updates on all of our World Warrior winners. Like I said, we have even more DJs qualifying in the form of Fudo and Xian. ROF was able to get it. Travis Styles was actually gatekeeping that.
ROF ganó el World Warrior de Oceanía y se clasificó.
Made the run happen, so I love to see that. And his tweet was like, "Yep, did it with JP. Feeling good about that one. Love that." And then Dual Kevin finally.
Dual Kevin ganó el World Warrior de US Midwest, que fue ayer y se clasificó.
For the Midwest.
Que ganaron dos Lukes, Kevin y Joe Merogan.
Watch your Luke and really shine with the character and find your place in Street Fighter
Joe
6.
Merogan.
So love that. And another Luke in the likes of Joe Rogan, Canada's own.
Por segunda vez.
Before switching to Luke in Street Fighter 5. Already previously qualified for the Capcom Cup in Street Fighter 5 and now making it happen in 6. So we are continuing to round out our roster for Capcom Cup 10. And it's a treat. Like, we could get Cammy in the full world. Actually, we already have AngryBird. So a Cammy and a Ken are qualified, and anybody else he decides to pick. Marisa can be represented if BigBird is able to do it. And then also you have RealMF, who is now showing us, hey, we might get another
playing
look,
great,
right? Yeah,
for sure.
Super good.
You mentioned things that have already happened this weekend, but there are a couple still to be decided.
Oh yeah,
there's this one, obviously. But then after this, there's also going to be France's World Warrior Finals. So that will be today, and then we've got a few days off when it comes to the World Warrior, but in November 24th, it all starts up big time again, and then that weekend of November 24th to 28th, that's kind of 4 days in there.
It is a chunk of qualifiers. It
is
nuts.
A huge number of people will qualify for Capcom Cup in, not even, between the 24th and the 26th even, those 2 days. We have a ton of different ones. Let's see if it will. We have 14.
14 qualifiers out of the 26. 14 out of the 26 World Warrior qualifiers. That is nuts. Oh,
okay. So here's what's going on. We're going to be restarting Game 4 after all, actually.
Okay.
And it will be one round up for AngryBird. We saw the very long round that he had the perfect in. We're going to give him that. That's how it works.
He earned it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get back into the match.
Yeah, so very good stuff. We're getting right back into it, like we said. So AngryBird only has to win one round here to even up the score to 2-2, and RealMF is going to get an opportunity. Obviously, the meters will fall where they may, and we can replicate it as best as we can. Luckily enough, drive gauge does reset completely.
That's
true.
So
one last thing to worry about, and RealMF, he could end his worries right now. If he's able to get the winners finals, he just has to overcome BigBird and then become the #1 AngryBird fan in all of Middle East. Right? He said, "I beat you," and you know what? You're gonna do your best down there in losers.
Yeah.
And again, man, that would sting for BigBird. Right?
Of course.
Imagine, like,
yes.
Oh man.
Yes, it would.
The team. Yeah, I think that would be the hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Be a. Oh man, I don't even know. But again, it hasn't been determined just yet.
Of course, yeah. There's still work to be done on that front. But that is one fun thing about a live open bracket in this way, is that you just don't know what's going to happen. Of course, we have our predictions, our likelihoods, right? Our expectations, as we've been discussing. That could all be thrown out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's always a fun little side possibility when it comes to open brackets like this.
Yeah, once somebody comes up to the machine and puts their quarter in, you have no idea what tech they're going to display. What's that crazy throw loop pressure you're doing? That's banned. You can't play Guile in Super Turbo. That's illegal.
That did happen to me back in the day.
Ok, creo que volvieron.
Exactly.
Here we go.
We're timing it out right here so that the meters are completely even. Control every variable that we can. We're right back into it. AngryBird versus RealMF. 1 round to go.
Volvieron.
To even up the score to go to game 5.
It's right back to this slow style for AngryBird. It's RealMF. I mean, also playing slowly, not bursting in, but nevertheless with a clear intention at forward movement. Oh, suddenly AngryBird's there.
Yeah, I love that. Tapping into changing the tempo.
Bien,
and it is
OD
a
Canon
100%
Strike.
success rate. If you are not jailing into that off of your stand fears, you are not getting it. That is not an option you are allowed to display, and I really need to see the answer here.
Yeah, that could be so key. In moments like this, AngryBird needs to get out of the corner. He doesn't want to fully corner himself, so it is either ground or air approach. And on the ground, RealMF's done a largely good job, but AngryBird has been able to jump out of those situations many times.
Yeah, and not only showing the DPs on the drive rush, but now showing the drive reversal as well on any plus frames, and almost 59 seconds have already evaporated on the clock. We have touched each other in one
back throw.
There's only been 1 hit, now there's 2. About to burn out on the side of AngryBird. RealMF has to push the issue, even if he...
Bien, le paró el drive
What a
rush.
check. What a little check. That said, if you're RealMF, if you find 1 hit into 1 proper open in this point, it is tied up.
Bien.
So you're still in this thing.
Bien con el parry para bloquear el drive impact.
Beginning to get there though.
OD Canon Strike y encima también hizo side switch con ello.
There is no way that this is an unofficial double purple.
El señor AngryBird, buen check ahí.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't
Aunque
think
hubo
I've ever
tradeo.
seen
Iba a ganar
a
por
full
timeout el señor AngryBird.
was a perfect.
Would be absolutely nuts. What a DP, but again, it doesn't
You know,
really...
it's interesting DP because it's irrelevant, right? Like, it's not going to win or lose the game. I wonder if it's just to send a message. Like, I don't know.
Oh, we got it! Anti-air number 1, baby. That's what we like to see. That was the message sent. Be like,
oh yeah,
Uy,
Dragon Punch.
RealMF está furioso.
That's nuts.
No por
Nice,
mucho.
the side switch right there.
La furia
Off
se le
of the
calmó.
OD spiral.
Ya que AngryBird despertó.
There was only 1 anti-air.
Bien.
But yeah, again, trying to find this
Cuidado.
position. Keep AngryBird in the corner. Cannot whiff too much. Already knows that the drive rush pressure afterwards is not good. That was that surge. Yes. Precision.
Bien, bloqueo bien hecho. Bloqueo.
Tries to walk
ahora no.
forward. Suddenly
Canon
AngryBird's
Strike
on
a la pared.
Yeah, changing up
Lo
the
mata.
tempo has been key here, and AngryBird is off to the races.
Match point para AngryBird.
He is one that is holding down back, but when he turns it up, I mean, you have to be ready for that tempo switch, and he is so good. Back to the patience.
Yeah, I think it's the the tempo switch that for me is the hardest to deal with. If somebody's playing very slowly, okay, I got solutions to that. If somebody's playing fast, I got solutions to that. I don't know what to do for the few seconds between when one comes and the other comes. You know, like that's a hard thing to react to.
Absolutely. Goes for the safe jump instead of getting the extra little damage off of the DP. Got the burnout. RealMF
Nice
checking. Yeah, that stand light kick coming out clutch. Oh, no DP though. Again, the anti-air is hurt.
Level 3.
It's going to be a burnout too. RealMF is going to be under duress. Potentially push towards the corner where AngryBird can really... No, a little bit left in the tank. It was so close. There it is. The anti-air when it's most important. Not this time. Nah, man.
Again!
Yikes. About the burnout.
Oh boy, all the lights finally did the trick.
Oh, and the jab gets caught by the dive kick. It's not going to be enough to kill, but you have to be so careful of the drive impact. Checks. What is going on?
It's over. 3-2. Va a ser Winners Finals de Bird. Aunque en este AngryBird tuvo que trabajar duro. 3-2.
3-2 ultimately for AngryBird.
Yeah,
to move into winners finals.
A couple of anti-airs away from being able to take that to a final round there from RealMF. And after you got burned out, getting the first anti-air and stopping the burnout was amazing, but when he was not able to get the second, burnout was imminent and AngryBird was in complete control. And right here, it looks so good off of the first game, but then RealMF started just really refining and honing in on the right decisions. That trade combo
that was
beautiful, and then obviously we had the nose right after, back to back, but the beast mode was able to close it out there. Again, just really good looks from both sides. Changing the tempo was huge, but I feel like AngryBird really came out on top because he was able to play slow, play fast, change it on a dime, and RealMF could not adjust in time. Man, that was a really good set, and there were so many perfects. I can't believe we almost got a double perfect and one of the perfects would have been a timeout. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Ahora va a venir el descanso de 5 minutos. Ahora va a venir el loser side, que van a ser Hamood versus YSF-B y Hamood versus Metplex. Y obviamente los que ganen se enfrentarán a Fandroid y a RealMF.
Again, as we've been saying, there's a lot of talent in the region.
Duelo de birds.
Two of these players are absolute world class, among the greatest on earth, and they're in winners finals.
Duelo de birds.
Anything to be surprised about. Two close training partners, two close friends. One of them already qualified for Capcom Cup. The other one yet to do so. That's BigBird. He needs to get the W today. That's one of his routes remaining to get in.
Absolutely. And the thing is here, if BigBird is able to get this win over AngryBird, right, he doesn't even have to become AngryBird's #1 fan.
Yeah.
He is his #1 fan. He's like, I know that you can get the job done down there, so I'm just going to have to put you down there myself. And that is a match that we're going to be seeing later today. And we have even more matches.
Vamos ahora con el loser side. Hamood versus YSF-B, Onda versus DJ. Y luego Hamood Metplex, Juri versus Chun.
And we have a slew of events coming next week. Asia Southeast. Registration ends at 8 p.m. PST today, so make sure that you sign up now because this is going to be another opportunity to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. Capcom Cup 10 is the place to be, and you're the only one who can control your destiny. So make sure you sign up for Asia Southeast.
The hardest
come
region.
Out on top in your region and show up for one of the biggest tournaments in the world, and potentially fight against AngryBird, BigBird, or whoever is able to make it out in the Middle East here today.
Carne asada, back on the grill for a limited time.
Febrero 24.
For Chipotle. They've joined hands with Capcom
Febrero
during this first year of
2024.
Street Fighter 6. They've really been supporting the FGC big time, and it's been great. Really, really love to have that involvement there. Really love to have some Chipotle as well. And downloading the app and ordering, great way to do it. Thanks so much to Chipotle for being a big supporter of the CPT. So, we're going to take a short break.
Ok, viene descanso de 5 minutos. Así que nos vemos en unos instantes.
Stick around for that.
Hi Santiago Heredia, bienvenido sea al directo si habla en español o welcome si habla en inglés. Estamos aquí cubriendo en Multistream el top 8 del CPT en Middle East para buscar quién clasificará a la Capcom Cup. Cubriéndolo tanto aquí en YouTube como también en Twitch. Ok, ya nos vemos en breve.
Season, it's only gotten better. BigBird in trouble.
What an upset! What an upset! Fight with all your heart! Nobody saw this happening. I dare you to find me better Street Fighter.
Unprecedented and unpredictable. It only gets better. Over nothing! Straight to the floor! This is a different Chris CCH. I don't know who this young man is.
My man looks so happy.
Momentum is speed in general. So hard. RD taking it down defensively and gets the biggest sprint that we've seen thus far.
This is the hardest season of Street Fighter League ever.
History in the making.
kiss to the audience. I love that. Execute.
Oh my god. Da 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 da. Bueno. Gonna be nuts. Ok, entrevista con AngryBird.
Nice! AngryBird would exclaim during the glorious Street Fighter League days. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in future Street Fighter Leagues and everything. And right now, man, in Street Fighter 6, you are looking absolutely insane. How have you started off so strong with this new game, bro?
I mean, I'm always with the mentality, just do your best, practice every day.
Yeah.
So I try to, what other people didn't do is that I stayed in training mode and I was like, I want to figure out defense in this game.
Instead of just
playing
running
games
against people.
Just I'm training mode. Okay, defense is played like that. Offense is played like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I organize my gameplay. Okay, this is this. And then after that, I started getting the optimal routes. Okay, in this scenario, I can do this. And this, I shouldn't do this. And then, okay, the game plan here is not to take damage out of your opponent. Sometimes it's take drive gauge out of the opponent. So you need to put this.
La mentalidad de AngryBird.
Until I got to this level.
All right, I gotta ask you about your fitness journey too, my man. Because you're looking mighty swole, mighty lean, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I remember earlier on when I first met you, you wasn't like heavy in the gym or nothing like that.
Not at all.
Not at all. I feel like it was, or neither was Adele either.
Yes, not Adele.
And I think only it was, y'all started working out together.
No, he started working out a year, and then he had to bring me. He was like, bro,
it's too many benefits.
You got a belly now. You need to come. I was like, what? He's right.
Yeah.
I joined.
So how has that changed things for you, man? Like being ripped up, getting some muscle on you guys?
It feels so good. It brings out confidence to you.
Yeah.
In the gameplay too.
Impossible.
I agree. I did it in the gym. I can do it here as well.
Again, DJ or
so
JP.
It changes your life.
Yeah.
The clothes become fit on you. So and I like to dress good. Yeah.
So it is sucks when you do have it, when you got that gut and you try to put on a super slim shirt and everything.
But now it's good.
Yeah.
Now, like when you get like more muscles, when the clothes become fit on you, it looks good. So that was my main motivation for the clothes.
Yeah.
That
hey,
was my
look,
main
it
motivation.
ain't that wrong with that. I feel you 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing I'm gonna ask you about. So right now, a lot of people are thinking that Minna is also right there. Minna, a couple people are in the conversation of like the best players in the world and everything. So now, there's $1 million on the line for first place, $2 million overall. So what does it mean to you that there's that much money on it, and what would you do with the bread if you did win $1 million?
If I won $1 million, I'll buy a house. I'll give my family, my mom, and dad, I'll give my brothers. I'll get a new car. And then I'll just save the rest.
What type of car?
A losing streak.
Mercedes-Benz. Listen, if y'all see my man's Angry Bird pulling up in that G-Wagon or something like that, you know exactly what just happened. Angry Bird, one of the best players in the world in fighting out of the Middle East. Team Naster's Angry Bird. Good talking to you, brother.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are playing in the Middle East today to determine our next Capcom Pro Tour 10 qualified player. And you know what? Couldn't be CPT without a new amazing theme song here, brought to you for the Capcom Pro Tour, composed and arranged by Yoshia Terayama, a member of Cap Jams, who we got to see at EVO. It was amazing seeing them live. We got to hear the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even more on display. Absolute pleasure to listen to. And the talented artists J-Star, Rocco 808, and Randy Marks are on the track, delivering a new ballad, a new anthem for the Capcom Pro Tour as we get through. It is Legend, and it is available now. If you aren't Legend ranked, you can listen. I absolutely promise. And it may help you get to that point, too. The inspiration you need is in the palm of your hands. Because you know what? You got a smartphone. If you got anything to listen to with your ears, it is time. Because it's here. Listen to Legend now. It is available, and it's here to stay.
We're here on our way down to the losers side of top 8. Thanks for the countdown. Right into the top 8 bracket.
Hamood versus YSF-B y luego Hamood versus Metplex.
YSF-B is where we are headed here. These two players are in losers because Hamood lost to Fandroid and YSF-B to RealMF, and I think we just got a nice little glimpse at how strong those two players are.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though BigBird put on a clinic, again, 6 for 7 of the command grabs did connect. Still,
se escucha en el fondo el tema de Zangief.
In all of the Middle East, and you know, considered some of the best in the world. So you can't be too upset about that. But yeah, as we said, RealMF put up one hell of a show. Same thing, Fandroid, a fight to be remembered. And
Duelo de pájaros. En la Winners Final va a ser AngryBird versus BigBird. Y ahí creo que el AngryBird va a sacar al Ken.
Or it might be time to sumo up. Are you able to make
Sumo
it
versus
There's not a lot of fireballs you can clap here because two come at the same time, but the urge may be strong enough. The butt slams may come in to play, and it's all up to the perfect parries.
Aquí vamos, Hamood versus YSF-B, Bahrein versus
That's what I'm curious about, because it was hurting Yusuf yesterday, but then tapping in differently and, you know, changing, not even the timings, but changing up the different options and looks in neutral, made them connect a little bit better. But talk to me about this matchup, because obviously you are a resident Honda player. You're saying you haven't had the opportunity to play against the most DJs, but still, in your experience, how does this normally shake out?
Yeah, I mean, I've played against a lot of DJs. I just feel like I haven't played against, like, the best DJs in the world, if that makes sense.
Just call Fudo.
Yeah, hey, buddy, let's play. Actually, I would love that. That'd be great sometime. But, you know, I haven't. That said, for normal DJ Honda circumstances, yeah, I mean, I think that DJ controls the stage pretty well. He does a lot of damage. He's got good offense. I also think that Honda has really underrated neutral options in this match.
Oh, yeah.
I think EX Headbutt is still really, really effective. I think that just playing slowly and cautiously is fine as Honda in this match because you have the ability to do so much damage yourself, and your own offense is really strong. And in fact, in some ways, Honda's defense is better than DJ's in this match. There are some options that he has that I think really work well. You can't do EX Sway versus Honda. Did you know that the EX Headbutt is just straight up counter to that? Really? If you block the first hit, you can always just do EX Headbutt, and none of the follow-up options will recover in time or will hit you out of your armor. Bam. Got him.
There you go.
Tech, you got to do your research, folks. Anyway,
that's the
we'll see if it comes up. That's probably not going to come up here because I know that they've played a lot in the past, and you know how I know that? Well, let's go to the quote from Hamood.
A ver qué dice Hamood.
We have played a lot. YSF-B helped me in understanding the Honda matchup. Really happy to see him come this far. All the best, Habibi. So there is definitely a long relationship here. They're going to know what works in the matchup and what doesn't, and they're going to know what works not just in the character matchup, but in the player matchup too.
Yeah, and these are the best kind of matches too, especially when the players have a history. You don't, like, you'll get to see the layer one, but then it's those player reads that are always the most interesting and exciting. Or it's like, oh yeah, you normally like to press here, well I'm doing headbutt into OD headbutt. Or just really changing your expectations for how a match would start. And that's what's really cool, because as a region grows together and gets stronger, you get to see not only the basic strategy, you get to see layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and every layer that comes afterwards, and more as we get into our first losers match of the day. Again, all of these are going to be 3 out of 5. Winner stays in the bracket, and the loser goes home immediately. A perfect parry. I thought Honda was the one who gets perfect.
That's what they said.
He can't do it back. Right?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think that I really like a lot of what Yusuf does. I think his options offensively, combo routes, they all look really good.
Yeah, continue lockdown. Nice there. Oh my god.
Denied.
The slap chop into the immediate drive impact reset. We're going to see that damage that David was talking about before. Chop, chop, chop. On to the next round.
You know what his quote was that we didn't even say? It's going to be tough dealing with DJ as he does whatever he pleases.
Honda just did whatever he pleased. The perfect parry did not come out either, and it's all butts all day. It's time to slam, and we're listening to the Cap Jam.
Final. Almost out of there.
Yeah. Gotta find a pocket
out. He's getting blended for a while.
Yeah.
Go looking for the knee, and instead it's just jump medium cross. That was cool. Good choice by Hamood.
Ooh, again, drive rush grab. Honda typically going to be looking for the scoop right there because it beats almost every single reversal he has. And that is huge damage right there. Nothing left on the table. Hamood, that's why
round del primer set será Hamood o será YSF-B el que abrirá el marcador.
Even though perfect was on the side of Yusuf, got ourselves an even game, and again, tap parry, excellently punished by the drive rush. Grab, one of the best drive rushes in the game, so hard to deal with. Oh man, and this is where it gets hard, yeah. Yikes! Oh, you're dead actually with a proper extension.
Not out behind the trailer, no!
Oh man. I got a call.
No, no
cancel.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, perfect on both sides there, but Hamood in control even with the drop. Like
right back into it, yeah.
Yeah, Yusuf didn't find a way out of the corner there. And again, it was all Yusuf trying to go for the perfect parries. That really did not pay off because Hamood had to grab every single time. Oh my goodness, the butt slam caught the drive rush. Loving it.
Very nice conversion. Hoping to get as far towards the corner as he can. He's fully there now.
Oh yeah. Hands, hands, hands. This is what we saw in the first round too. Finally a bust out from Hamood. Not another perfect to repeat. Again parry. Tap parry has been the boon for Yusuf. It's been where most of the hits have started for Hamood. What a check on the cancel right there.
That's
it. You got the install.
So he is a fully grayed out man with no super to his name, but Hamood is on the other side.
Yeah, it is
not looking like he's too intent about moving forward.
Hands, hands, hands. Once again. Oh, those for the short headbutt.
Maybe trying to have baited a parry, not the cam.
Bien, recuperó la barra y
I need to see the OD headbutt. Where is it? Oh my god, the drive impact back doesn't matter. Headbutt is always there. It's Schrodinger's headbutt. It's always there, but it's always not. You gotta open the box to find out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The conversion too.
Other side.
Oh yeah.
Gets full knockdown.
He's in the corner. Nice throw tech though. Headbutt, headbutt.
No, mala idea. EX headbutt.
No,
punishable.
Huge chance to make Yusuf pay even more.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those drops here today. So again, you've got to be able to clutch it out. Keep it consistent. Even from AngryBird, we saw a couple of opportunities where the combo just did not go his way. No one is immune to the nerves. Again, the trade on the butt slam. I love using it that way to check the pokes from DJ. Super important piece of the puzzle here for this matchup.
Very light pressure from Hamood. Just trying it out. Okay, back to this neutral where he clearly feels comfortable.
The thing is, too, he went for that light string, too, because, again, the tap parries have been coming out consistently from Yusuf, and he's trying to feel the waters. Is he going to expand it? Absolutely. This takes you straight to the other corner, right?
No.
Yeah, but it also leaves Honda on the other side of the stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, DJ's kind of cornered, I guess, depending on how you think about it after that, but not where Honda can pressure.
Exactly. And now Hamood still has critical art. It's a one-touch game, both sides. Yusuf has to find a way in before this drive gauge comes back, or it can be incredibly rough. Oh my god, the OD booty.
Great grab. He hadn't been doing that. Grab again.
Lo
Think
mata.
about those times
Final
before
round
he
del
had done
segundo
jab and
set.
crouching
Hamood
short.
aumentará al
Had been
2-0 o
his
podrá
pressure
empatarlo
tools throughout this
YSF-B.
game. Previously grabbed though. Finally the parry against that
And again, attacking the drive gauge, something that we've seen players start to adjust to over time. Headbutt, keep that armor, and get the anti-air.
Oh, nice. Denied.
It's been so good with the chops there, but the perfect parry, that was mad close. Really great awareness, and that's where the player matchup comes in.
That could have been definitely
Otra vez. No, falló el punish ahí.
Not the right option after the perfect parry.
Leaving.
Throw.
Yusuf already in kill range. Amu's out of there.
Again, back
Back
throw. Now
throw.
you're in the corner. It's free real estate.
Se fue a la pared.
Nah, again, the grab has been so good. The tap parry's not coming out from Yusuf anymore. Oh, baby. No!
Wow, he did recover in time. How about that?
Yeah, very interesting. Drive rush down. Very good
Oh,
tool.
el low.
Nah, not able to react in time with the
Lo mata.
proper
Ahora sí lo
combo,
mata.
and it's not going to be even that hard to do. It's
2-0 para
That's a back
Hamood.
pain. It's not easy sumo.
He had dropped that before, so I'm happy to see that not this time. It's 2-0 for Amu.
Yeah, and we were excited about Amu coming in today too because he looked really clean in the loser side. We did not expect the level of convincing play. We thought it was going to be a close set, and it was close.
That's right. Yes.
So Amu showing us those same looks today. Yusuf, maybe the quote we said we spoke too soon, like the perfect in the beginning. Maybe it was a red herring. Because yeah,
Back throw y
Amu
con
is doing
punish
whatever he
counter.
pleases. Tap
Otro
parry is
punish
not your
counter.
friend right here. It's another throw on the menu. I know Carne Asada.
Tres.
Give it up for number 4. No, not this time. Nice jump out from the side of Yusuf. But not out of the corner just yet. Huge counter. And oh no.
A la pared, lo mata.
Very strong stuff.
Match point
The
para
mental stack
Hamood.
is immense. It's not only the drive rush grab, it's not the drive rush jab. The jump knees have been so good with the short hops and the drive impacts. They connected every single time.
Fire headbutt. Alright.
Get the spirit flowing. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, great check. Nice little
Going
extension.
for a little safe jumpy. Taking off just a couple of bars drive just like that.
No perfect parry this time on the butt slam. Want to see if we can get some varied timings there again. Close range headbutt.
Maximum.
Get off me. I do not want to stay anymore. Again, no perfect parry, but it doesn't matter the hands.
Perfect parry, punish counter back
Nice
throw.
call.
Yeah, super good again. The tap
Otro
parry getting
punish
punished.
counter. de
Oh, is
that
it
is
there?
great.
No!
Lo mató,
This
lo
should
mató.
be the kill. Amu barring a drop. No!
Ahora sí,
Reset afterwards
estaba
again.
todo planeado.
The drop from
Amu elimina YSF-B
Having to get one more
3-0.
interaction, and Yusuf
Lo planeó
had an
todo el
opportunity to clap back,
Amu.
but again,
Le
it
baitió el
just did not
throw
work out.
y
And
pagó el
Amu,
precio
DJ did
el
as they
señor
pleased in this set right here, and Yusuf sadly
YSF-B.
was not able to make it happen. And I think it really came down to what you said before, the varying offense and really changing the option almost every single time. And tap parry, while Yusuf tried to go back to the well, he only got one perfect parry in those pressure sequences, which was quite like it's hard when you're taking the grab 7 out of 8 times and you've lost your drive gauge and then you're fighting back from
Ahora viene el
it is
último
quite
match
difficult,
de
but there
Loser
was a lot
Round
of
1
rounds that looked
del top
amazing
8.
for Yusuf, and that was a player read if I've ever seen one right there. Headbutt into
Hamood
OD
versus
headbutt,
Metplex.
and Amu says, I've seen
Juri
this
versus
before. I've done my
Chun.
homework. We did it together.
Yeah, exactly. They have played a lot, as Amu mentioned. And yeah, throughout this, I think that offense is really the big thing. You know, not always just straight up corner pressure. Unfortunately, a drop here, but he recovered well. But
nope.
The ability to go from neutral and half screen to right up close in a way that was, in general, strong for Amu.
Yeah.
I mean, DJ's great at that, of course. But YSF-B, his intended counters, because he does have some, unfortunately for him, he was just wrong a bunch of times, right? He tried parry when it was grab, and he tried strong when it was hit. And like that just, you know, sometimes you get it wrong. And unfortunately for him, he did consistently, and Amu just had great reads throughout. So good work to him. It will be Fandroid versus Amu. That is a run back.
Oh, yeah.
Fandroid is who sent Amu down to losers in the first place.
Yeah, and I mean, after that performance that BigBird was able to do on Fandroid, Amu's got to be feeling good. It's like, okay, now I have a blueprint, a format to really dismantle the play from Fandroid. So watching that set before we get into that next losers round is going to be very important for Amu to get that run back and to really make a case as yeah, I mean, this is the strongest DJ in the Middle East match right here.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That is a title card match in the loser side round 2. It's the unofficial, it's like the unofficial world championship title. Like the next person who beats AngryBird in a tournament, they're the Evo champ now. So it might be BigBird coming up here, but we actually have another losers match coming up. Before we even think about getting to winners, we even more loser matches. It's going to be Hamood versus Metplex. Metplex squared right here, but nothing square about that character.
Y ahora vamos Juri versus Chun-Li. Hamood versus Metplex.
Is definitely a slept-on character we've been seeing.
Duelo de Emiratos Árabes Unidos, o sea que se nos fue el único jugador de Bahrein.
With the likes of Valmaster getting so close to getting that qualification. And now here in the Middle East with the likes of Hamood. And I love this character. Obviously, Travis Styles playing the character too in the pocket with Juri, so having a Chun-Li technically qualified for the Capcom Pro Tour. In the likes of Travis Styles. We're going to see what Hamood is able to do here, because I think this character is a menace and slept on. So many different options, so many different looks, and like you said, varying the offense. Chun-Li, she's got a whole spreadsheet of what she's able to present, and how plus is it? Yes. Minus? Maybe. Who knows?
She has the most overheads in the game.
There's so many. There's overheads behind the overheads.
There can be.
And there's underheads. She's got lows too.
Wow, lowerheads? Oh, no.
Lowerheads?
Oh, no.
It's so overheads. It's so overheads.
Metplex is down here having lost to Fandroid. Hamood is down here having lost to BigBird. Currently 7th in the World Warriors. Hamood showing up well there. Metplex actually has not entered. So that's a little bit of the backstory. And as far as how they're feeling today, let's go over to a quote for Hamood. Good luck to Metplex. We have played many times in locals, and I'm glad he made it this far. But Juri doesn't scare me anymore. Let's see how this goes.
I feel like a lot of players felt that way as we got further into the game's live span, but Juri's still cooking. Nephew's just qualified for the Capcom Cup. The character definitely has what it takes to win tournaments, and I feel like that's a majority of the cast here. I mean, even people down playing Geek, he's qualified for the Capcom Cup.
I mean, yeah, it happened.
And then you look at Lily, Habiki the Beast just won the tournament, the team tournament for the FAV Cup. Like, any character can do it.
It's pretty remarkable, yeah. It's awesome to see for sure. As far as from Metplex, his quote is, Hamood is a crazy strong player and humble person. I'm not ready either, but I'll try to win anyway.
Yeah, I mean, ready to fight now. We have our second round of losers here. Metplex versus Hamood. Chun-Li versus Juri. And Juri's game plan has started exactly as she would like it. Controlling her corner space, but we're doing some Street Fighter V punishes there. A regular dash. I haven't seen one of those in years, and that is a wake-up to be remembered. A little bit too ambitious to start.
For Asia.
And a great punish from the side of Hamood. Plus frames for days. How do you escape here on the side of Metplex? And I love in that space that way. What a jump over. That's so good. That is some matchup experience right there.
Love it.
And that is it, the last hit of the up kicks. 10 show for sure.
No, move looked great. Great spacing, great reactions. Denying some of what Juri would like to do, and there as well. Denying the easy approach.
Yeah, we saw the same thing from the likes of AngryBird. There are going to be no errant drive rushes or drive cancels.
Primer round para Hamood.
If I've got a reversal, you're getting off of it.
Hamood back to probably try to get some of that drive gauge back. Metplex would love to get the corner as a result. Oh no! Oh boy, you could tell Hamood did not expect for that to hit. But here's the confirm. Here should be the kill.
Yeah, I can go level 2 and a level 1, but the level 3 is what's on the menu. And yeah, like you said, didn't expect a hit confirm because we saw the shimmy come in right after. But wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah, he was just looking for offensive pressure, but unfortunately for Metplex. But Metplex did like crouching. I don't remember what button it was, but that might have been intended DP and just didn't come out. I don't know.
Might have been like crouching medium.
Was it medium punch?
Yeah, I think it was crouching medium punch, but just didn't get the DP. That happens from time to time, especially if you're walking back.
XDP de parte del señor Hamood, pero no sirvió nada contra el Sancho de Hamood.
Actually get over Juri's fireball.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Otra vez, no están reaccionando los fly impacts en Metplex y se lo está comiendo todo.
This is so scary. No bar, no nothing.
That's guaranteed.
Without a paddle and without a hope in that round here, Hamood trying to make it a quick 2-0 in their favor. Chun-Li is a menace.
Immediately.
Nah, esto parece que esto va a estar acabado y Hamood se lo va a llevar 3-0.
No way! From downtown.
Next hit
no way!
Fortunately,
Suddenly
Metplex gets a great chance. Totally different story. And now needs one more hit to get the kill.
That was the ghost from top 16's past. Remember
if
what
he cashes
happened?
out. Okay, I
No
love
gasta
that he did
level
not cash
3.
out.
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna kill. He would have lost all resources.
Eso le puede costar
There's
caro
so
a
much you're able to do if your opponent
Metplex.
is in burnout, but Hamood almost burning themselves out too. Now has to play a little bit slower. Let's see, burnout is now going to be gone for Metplex. And
It's brave walking, but she's among the best at it in the game.
Yeah,
Walk, jab. Oh, nothing.
Wow,
Lo mata,
the jab
lo
check
mata.
right there, and that is going to be game 2 going over to
2-0 para
And like I
Hamood.
said, that was another look from yesterday. The ghost from the past, the whiff spinning bird kick to close
No.
up around. Can't let that happen again.
Yeah.
Because like you're having a flashback, you're like, no, I can't, no.
Yeah.
Big Bird's
Well, good
later.
recovery.
No, there remain.
Yeah, really strong. Again, game 3 here. Metplex getting the initiative at the beginning, but Hamood has consistently found a way out. Oh my goodness, we're within DPs. He said, you gave me one, I'll give you one as well.
Gotta see strong offense here from Metplex in the corner. It's just not something that we've seen yet in this match, and we're not gonna see it still. As suddenly it's Hamood.
Without the bird.
Okay, yes. Gotta get this
If
offense
BigBird
going.
wins,
Parry,
another player
denied.
can
Nice help
win.
there.
And
into
we'll
DI.
fight without the birds.
Playing that space, trying to utilize the walk speed here, not able to get over the slow creeping fireball. That was
O sea,
kind of cheeky. Got caught by the low. Was too
Arde
busy
World
looking at
Warrior
the slow
Finals.
plasma. We've got new TVs in this day and age. Oh, air dare did not work out. Metplex has been going to the skies. That was so good. The ending of the drive rush. Absolutely checked. Level 1.
Tenido
Close out
red.
that
O
round.
sea,
Set
next
point
week
here
of the
for
World
Hamood.
Finals.
That was Metplex a
Match
couple
point
of
para
times.
Hamood.
Overextending in terms of drive
A
rush
punto de
buttons.
eliminar a Metplex del torneo.
And I love that too because it's Hamood really highlighting the strength of Chun-Li's walk speed.
Yeah.
And it's you think you're close enough, and Hamood just walks right on out. These boots were made for walking. And that's what she's going to be doing. Oh, wow, that was such a good
The
change.
dive kick.
The dive
No,
kick, giving
really?
that jump arc, the ability to make
Yeah.
Hamood whiff, knowing that they will anti-air. They have the skills.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is tricky.
Yeah, level 2
To be
here.
fair.
This is huge. What is the reset going to be here? Is it going to be a grab? Is it going to be a vertic parry? Or are we going to see another drive impact
Almost
on the landing?
7.
Got to be so careful. Stance up.
So patient.
Yeah. Waiting for the DP too. Because
Esto está
Metplex has
acabado
showed
para
so many
Metplex.
times. It's about to burn out.
Almost
And
every
Hamood knows,
World
trying to
event
keep the
starts
initiative
with-
going. The hold parry has been
Oh,
so
man,
good.
Metplex is in big
Oh.
trouble.
Nada,
Just walked
it's
forward.
over.
Thought that it was time to
Hamood
move, but
elimina a
Hamood denied
Metplex
it.
3-0.
3 games to 0. What a set by Hamood. Even in a set where he did have a couple of errors, he nevertheless recovered very well, and for the most part, he played it fantastically. I really like his responses, his matchup knowledge, his mid-range control, his footsies, the whiff punishes were there. Awesome set.
Yeah, textbook across the board, looking strong. There was only those really 2 glaring errors, which was the
Nah,
whip spinning
Chun
bird
is
kick,
hard
and
to
then
use.
you know the full screen whiff up kicks. But again, not really a huge punish from the side of Metplex
yeah.
on those. So you know,
Because
minor
stands.
infractions.
Minor, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that was nothing minor about this performance. Hamood just
This
ran
corner
a
series was
clinic.
great.
Yeah, it felt like every single time Hamood got into the got Metplex in the corner,
Because
it was
stands.
lights out. And the opposite was not true for Metplex. It felt like Hamood
Esto está
was able to
acabado.
either
Esto
able
puede ser
to
o uno
find
de
a
los
jump out,
pájaros,
find a way out with the
en
jab,
caso de
maybe
que
follow
Angry
through on the
Bird
shimmy, and,
se deje ganar
that
por
was
Big
all
Bird
she
en la
wrote
Winners
right there.
Finals.
Hamood able to push to the corner, and it was just exactly what you want to see from Chun-Li. Act as the wall, and when you're on offense, really utilize the different stances you have to keep your opponent guessing. And the guessing game did not go Metplex's way. Still, amazing performance. Ending here at 7th place for the Middle East, alongside YSF-B in the loser side. 2 3-0s back-to-back. But your reward, Hamood, is RealMF, who almost took down Big Bird. You were almost able to get a game. He was almost able to get a set. So, I mean, actually, no, it was AngryBird, so one of the 2 birds. My apologies. So you have one hell of a match coming up for you. And again, it's Kuwait versus UAE, and then on the other side, Kuwait versus Pakistan. So we still have Kuwait showing up strong here, and UAE continuing to
Viene
stay
otro
on top
corte
of
de
the side.
5
But that
minutos.
can change here as we continue to move through losers, as these have been some pretty contentious matches, and a lot of blow-ups too. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and a 3-2. AngryBird getting pushed to the limit here. And don't let tournaments limit you from entering anything, because while we are getting towards the World Warrior Finals, there's a lot to watch and a lot to enjoy. So make sure that you continue to support the World Warrior. If you want more information on where you can find everything World Warrior, it's going to be the Capcom Pro Tour.com. You can look at the schedule. You can see exactly who has played, what are the standings, and what you have to come And shout outs once again to super__Yan for putting together a wonderful spreadsheet that has every single start.gg, every single date, and for the dates that she doesn't have information on yet, there's notes. And notes are amazing as long as we're able to track these. It is updated daily, and there's going to be 14 updates next week.
Yeah, next
That's
weekend is going to be a big one, including for the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
So whoever doesn't win here today still has a chance to make it through into Capcom Cup to compete for that grand prize of $1 million. Still got a chance. We'll see what happens next week. All right, as for now, we're going to take a short break again. We'll be back with even more of the top 8 after this.
Ok, descanso de 5 minutos.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriammertin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. Poison's on the menu. My magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
Puto goat. Fudo goat.
前々で走る、これがまあみんながやってるパリダッシュ、生ラッシュってやり方だと思うんですけど、これやめましょう。やり方は1回前を入れた後にもう1回前とパリボタンを同時押しっていうコマンドのやり方。なるほど。これが速いです。ドライブゲージの消費量もこっちの方が少ない。ああ、間違えた。これやると、まあ、ちょっと見てほしい。ちょっと一瞬だけ見てるんですけど、ちょっと2本目のゲージもちょっと減ってるでしょ。はいはいはい。この前々っての2本目のとこかかってないんで、そこらねすごいお得だし、なんでちょっと簡単なんだよ。
Ok, un minuto más. Ok, entrevista.
Middle East finest tournament organizers, amongst other things. Of course, I am talking about V/'s very own Hassan, or HMC. What's going on with you, Hassan?
Good.
It's my first time actually getting to talk to you and get the deep dive on what's going on over there. So, man,
Bunny,
first and foremost,
EMC
what can you tell us
Bunny,
about V/, and
HMC.
Slash and Dash, and you know, I know you guys do like multiple fighting games.
We started with Street Fighter, since we are Street Fighter players. We had a few CPTs happen offline, and then companies started popping up, Nasser Sports, and then my colleague partner started V/ Esports to support small players that don't get a big chance to showcase themselves. So it started as a community project, and the age of the community is really high compared to other regions because of the way life happens here, where people are they have good jobs, they're not willing to take a risk.
El
I feel like we're
BigBird.
still one generation late compared to the West, but people play the game, they have really high level, but they don't want to go
Oh,
travel
el daño.
because they have the family obligations and stuff like that. As V/, Mohammed created V/. When he started running the tournament, I started helping him out with the tech side. We made our first event at the end of 2019. So then, you know what happened in 2020. And then in 2022, we were approached by Lucas and Capcom to run the World Warrior, which for us was an achievement, just for fighting game players. So running a tournament for Capcom was a pride for us.
He ended up doing something very unique and something very special that we all appreciate, and that is, of course, becoming an organizer
Palma.
of one of the most beautiful regions in the world, and that is the Middle East. You have officially been introduced to V/'s own Hassan, or HMC. HMC, it was a pleasure talking to you, bro.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Continuemos.
Tour 2023. Middle East is well underway. We have finished the losers round 1 and 2 competitors have dropped out of our top 8, and we are going to continue moving forward in losers. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Ultra David here today.
Ultra
Number one,
David,
Honda
qué lástima
and
que el
Honda
Honda está eliminado.
Honda in the brackets.
Continue. Can I press continue?
Did you bring your quarters?
No, I forgot to bring my quarters.
Did you bring your separated stick? Like, I need you to commentate like this.
I'm
with your
afraid I
controllers
didn't.
For the rest?
I'm
Okay.
afraid I didn't. Unfortunately, Honda won't be able to continue today.
As
Ok,
Honda says
viene
on
el
the
siguiente
screen,
match. Ahora
the
viene
timer is
Hamood contra Fandroid.
Unfortunate.
DJ, hostia, DJ
No,
Mirror.
I mean, I thought it was great. Let's check out the bracket here. Amu played so well in that set. I love the offense.
no.
I love the neutral that he was playing. His reward is to play against Fandroid, who said he's done losers in the first place, and also plays DJ. So that's going to be a real fun one to watch, I think, a real barn burner. Two dudes who can just scoot around the stage. Let me get the quote. Quote, whatever he pleases from YSB was what he had to say. DJ just gets to do whatever he pleases, and you know, kind of looked like that a little bit. It's interesting. Sort of played out that way, and then it's going to be Fandroid and we're both doing that same stuff. RealMF versus Hamood is the other side of losers, of course. Hamood Chun, we just saw put on a clinic. Played great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was excellent. And RealMF is there after having lost a close one versus AngryBird. So first we're going to go to Fandroid versus Hamood.
Yeah, going to be a blast here. And like you said, DJ definitely feels sometimes in neutral. He is everywhere and everything all at once.
Ah, no, Cammy.
Pressure,
Cammy?
defense, supers, you name it. Anti-airs, jump-ins.
Oh, man, is it not going to be a DJ mirror after all? Does Amu have the Cammy on deck?
It might.
He did tell us that he has other characters up his sleeve.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet on stream, but it may be that Amu is going to bring out one of he told us he plays DJ, Juri, Luke, and Cammy.
I mean, the pockets are deep in the character variety right here. And I mean, It has to be delivered, right? You saw what happened before in the Fandroid matchup. And now you're bringing the Cammy. You have to have a game plan that is designed here because we've been seeing Amu look amazing on the DJ, right?
Yep.
So there's something about this matchup in the mirror.
CPT
that Amu does not
LCQ.
win.
Sometimes people just don't like mirror matches.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a commentary on like who's the better player. You're not like the better player overall if you win the mirror match or lose the mirror match necessarily.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just uncomfortable for people and they would rather play something else, even if it's not, you know, a bad match or a counter match.
Yeah.
As this, I'm not sure this is a counter match. It's just maybe something that's more comfortable for him.
And the comfort is taken away immediately.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Kuwait versus Pakistan.
Not how you want to start. Cammys are 50% off before our holiday sales here. And it's looking like Fandroid is one touch away from a perfect.
Not what Amu wanted for his start.
That is the opposite of the perfect timing of AngryBird. We saw 69 seconds from AngryBird. It was 16 seconds for Fandroid, but Amu clapping right back. No cross cut to be had, and now Fandroid is controlling the screen space. No grab allowed either. What an anti-air. So dang good.
He was hanging out there for a while. Already grayed out.
How do you approach a man who's holding down back, has a flash kick, and a fireball? You don't.
Ooh. Okay, here's the timing.
Yeah, too many crouch.
Got him. Amu's here.
Uh-oh. Can the throw? Two more will do it.
One.
Let's see. Can you do it?
And two.
Survey says number 3 was the correct answer. Your win is a V on the board. Would you like to buy a Valve?
That's all I want. No, but denied. Chance to get things going right there for Amu. Unfortunately, no.
Again, throwing fireballs can be pretty scary here for the likes of DJ. You can spin right on through to the other side. You got to find that opportunity first. Every knockdown looks good. Perfect parry. It's not about the damage. It's about the screen. Yo,
yes.
That was good.
Okay, grab. And we saw success with this pressure before. A little bit of a delay this time. DP. Okay, Amu had backed off to exactly where that would work.
Oh, but the stand heavy punch was a little too early. I mean, crouch heavy punch likely would have been able to get an anti-air there. Even a cannon spike.
Jeez, this is like half stage of just pressure.
That's what DJ can do. It's not only the drive rush. He just makes you go coast to coast with the most. You're going to dance the way he wants.
And spending it all to try to get the kill. Oh, boy.
That was risky. Not able to get the full confirm. One touch both sides, but
you got this. Super well, they both got CA ready to go.
Don't throw a fireball.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah. Oh my god. But no confirm. The just cool was not enough. And that is going to be a chip kill right there. Lights out. The sweet chin music. And that's what's so scary, right? You're not only looking for the drive impact, and Fandroid knew that. As soon as he got that connection, he said, GG, shake my hand. I'm spending all that cash because I know it's going to pay off. This was a good investment. Fandroid with a great first win. That was highly contentious. The Cammy is working out, I would say.
Ya se acabó la otra.
I like the Cammy pick, yeah. I mean, I think it's okay.
Oh,
still
no.
pressure here, having tried parried.
No way. Man. What a whip punish. Fandroid firing on all cylinders. And what looked okay earlier is now looking dire. One touch away from being in a 1-0 lead, and now one round away from being at a 2-0 deficit. Not the look you want. Oh my god, it's just so active. The 8 p.m. on Fandroid right now is not. He said, just cool, whip, drive rush, I'm in there. Like, again, just cool.
He's doing stuff.
I mean, sometimes it's overwhelming, right? The visual clutter that you have against your opponent,
yeah,
it's terrifying.
Oh,
right?
That definitely matters. This time Amu was ready. He's going to try to get the corner. Maybe. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, my goodness.
Another drop. Fandroid. We saw that happen before. That's huge. I don't know. It doesn't kill. I don't think it kills either. This last hit does mondo big damage.
But this is a 2-bar burnout.
Boom. Oh, not even
burned out
yet. This is so scary. Because again, yeah. The thing that was terrifying there is Amu blocks anything, you have the same situation in game. Right? So you had to kill right there. There was no other time. Boy. You think you could approach me?
Well, I don't immediately hear the next round start, so I wonder if this is a back-to-character select situation. Amu has looked great on his own DJ.
I want to see the DJ, honestly, because the Cammy has had great moments, but Again, the whip punishes so far from Fandroid have just been so clean, the pressure sequences. And again, the APM, it feels like every single time he is in the rhythm with DJ, right? It's like, all right, the jam goes into the sway. Like, the flow state was definitely there. And that's terrifying, right? Because if DJ's sitting there whipping, you're like, I don't even know when to punish. What is coming next from this guy? And that's what it felt. It was like lost in the sauce. And that was some good sauce right there from Fandroid. So I think we would get the DJ mirror. But again, we have other characters in the pocket too.
That's right. Yeah, he also told us that he plays Juri and Luke. So those are also possibilities. Again, it's a run back, but we didn't get to see what happened the first time and which characters were selected. What do we got? Juri is the choice. So he's going to run the tournament live here on Juri.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the comparison, I mean, ranked isn't the #1 determining factor you're going to see, but it was Diamond 1 Cammy, and that's 1850 for the Juri. So maybe we see the comfortability.
A little bit more practice, if nothing else.
A lot more reps.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're going to see a lot more plus frames here coming out from Amu. Already feeling a lot better about the pressure and how this round is started.
Okay. He just looks confident in a way. In neutral. Oh boy.
There's got to be a reason the Juri didn't come off at the start.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like, what part of the matchup is uncomfortable? That is so tragic. Ooh, even the perfect parry can't save you here. Do you have enough to kill? No, the drop again. Maybe level 1 would have been able to do it. About the burnout as well. Amu trying to find a way out with the burnout from Fandroid. If he gets a back throw for Amu.
Yeah. Real bad situation for Fandroid.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, the anti-airs have not been here this time, but it doesn't matter. Set point here for Fandroid. Juri's got to come in clutch now. Can you channel the power of Shredder, the leader of the Foot Clan? Oh my goodness, the jump in.
Dash in. What's up? Denied right away.
No pressure. No follow-ups. Not in my corner.
Fandroid's defense.
He's good,
yeah, honestly.
I like it's terrifying. Oh, and the backdash right there. Again, just the awareness says I'm not going to go through any more risk. We've seen that Amu is willing to protect the grabs. That was really good punish.
All the way to the corner. Can this finally be compelling offense? Yes, okay.
Yeah, but how do you spend? And you don't even have to. Saves the 3 bars for the next round. Trying to stay alive. Amu. 1 round away from getting a breadstick on the board. Fandroid 1 round away.
Oh, he's always there. Always doing something.
Can't stop him, man. The APM, like I said, always pressing mediums.
Amu moving.
I like that jump back too. Showing the back dash, showing the jump back. Amu has loved the drive rush grab. All reliable.
Yep, this set and the previous one.
Oh, nice. The crosscut again. The throws are coming out.
Okay, yeah. Here it is. Next hits for the kill. Could be for the kill anyway.
Defense has still been so good with Fandroid.
It's only lights. I don't know if it's enough of a starter.
Yeah, not if it was critical art, it would be a definite. But again, this one touch could mean the difference.
Maybe it is anyway.
It might be. No.
No. Okay.
Pixel Dream. Oh no, and this is where it can all fall apart. About to be in burnout though for Fandroid, so you can't follow up.
Oh, just slowly creeping along the floor.
That is definitely the age-old story of would you take $1 billion if a snail is approaching you at a slow pace? And DJ's like, yeah, absolutely. And the snail finally got him.
The snail got him.
It caught up. The trail was there, and again, no pressure follow-up. Fandroid does not want Amu to do just about anything in the first drive rush check. That's not easy to do against DJ.
Important to see.
Yeah.
And that's part of why Amu's almost got the corner.
Those checks and balances, it really helps control every stage of DJ's game.
Too close.
Yeah, you can get that punish almost every time. I think it's a 5-frame punish that you can do. Wow! Said whiff into ODDP. Absolutely. I got flash kicks for days. Yeah, what? That's how you check drivers? No way.
Great block.
Yeah,
but great out. Both of them great out.
They're the burnout gang. The burnout
They both still
brothers.
have good movement, even in burnout.
Yeah, exactly. The dashes are insane. What a shimmy. Shimmy Hendrix, shimmy Turner. And you better make a wish.
Okay. Well, of course, DJ doesn't have EX nor level 2 quite yet, so that's a great decision by Amu.
Yeah, you get so much free real estate. You get to take your turn because there is no threat of reversal.
Yeah.
Grab this time, going for the low. And again, the drive impact. That's 2 for 2 that have connected on Fandroid. Amu has found the formula with the Juri so far, but is it the one?
Earlier this time.
Yeah, no idea. Oh, perfect parry. And Again, the medium punch, so dang good. One more touch with the level 3. We'll do it. This time
Anything's
goes
a big
for
threat.
Yeah.
Again, busts out and is correct.
It's so dang good. What a punish counter, and that's going to be burnout. This is so rough. But again, 3 bars to work with. No critical art just yet for Amu. For
And
one
she
mistake.
still has good movement.
Yeah.
Oh, baited. Yes. And that,
outsmarted.
what an expensive bait that was. To go now to Fandroid's match point.
I mean, I get it with the level 3 if it's like do or die
Yeah,
tournament
yeah.
life. The level 1 gets the same thing done. It doesn't end the round.
Exactly, yeah. If you're going to bet it, you might as well do it in a way that wins the round if you're right.
Yeah, but now even Stevens. And Fandroid has immediately taken the lead again. This is set point, so we need to see Amu find that pocket. About to burn out for the side of Fandroid, but every time he sees green, he knows it's time to be mean. Oh, no.
Oh, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, big trouble, little corner. Not a good time.
No,
nah.
just lets him out.
Easiest jump out in the game.
Oh,
Again,
boy.
the check, not like this. And that is such an easy to punish, but no. Wow, another check.
Fandroid is
Burnout is a
what
state of mind.
checks?
Oh, and that is going to be it. Check
Whoa.
has been cashed. Fandroid with a 3-1 victory. And Amu just wasn't able to make the most out of that corner pressure there. Fandroid consistently found a way out. And still, wonderful gameplay from Amu. I wonder if we would have seen a different scoreline if we started with the jury, right? Because as soon as the jury came out, it felt like everything was starting to come together. But you weren't allowed to lose. You weren't allowed to make mistakes there.
Yes.
And awarded that opportunity. Fandroid said, I've been playing DJ the whole time. I got those 2 games. I am awarded more opportunities, and capitalized they were.
And in that ending situation,
boom.
Yeah, that's a chip out. In that ending situation, Juri had the corner against DJ, who didn't have EXs and didn't have a level 2, and let him escape. And that is, I'm sure, part of what Amu is thinking about right now. That is a situation that, as Juri, you should be able to control very strongly. But it doesn't always work like that in practice, right? You're still guessing, you're still making mix-ups. The opponent can get out of those situations if you're playing the wrong mix-ups. And Fandroid did a fantastic job throughout that set of playing defense, whether it was his EX up kicks or his challenges to drive rushes coming over, or his teching sometimes, or just jumping away or jumping over. Like, he just had the defensive choices right very consistently.
Yeah, every single defensive option was almost displayed there. I think the only one we didn't see in the corner was backdash, but it wasn't needed at that point. And, I mean, in that case, like, looking situationally, there's not a lot of options that DJ has left, so having a game plan prepared for that next time is going to be of utmost importance, but next time is not now. Fandroid is waiting in loser semifinals. Still a great showing from Amu, landing in 5th place here, Middle East. Just outside of the money, though, so we're going to see now between RealMF and Hamood, who is able to come up to the plate against Fandroid here, and it looks like we're going to get Luke on Chun. And yeah, this is a very interesting match as well. I feel like Sandblast can do some excellent stuff against the Fireball game that Hamood wants to present. However, the walk speed that Chun-Li has can really pose some problems for RealMF if he is being a little bit too overzealous with the crouch medium punches, maybe the crouch medium kicks. So I want to see what Hamood can do, because the normals on Chun have a great time navigating against Luke here, and she's got a lot of the same universal tools. She's got the OD reversal, level 1 is amazing, level 2 deals with fireballs really well. Really hard to punish the Sandblast, but still doable, and obviously the level 3 reversal too. So RealMF has showed us some of the best looks here when he was in winner's side, and Hamood has showed us amazing looks in the loser's side, and only one is going to be able to move on in the bracket here, because that is how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. There can only be one, and let's see who takes the high road as the Highlander.
Hamood has still only lost to BigBird, and for RealMF only to AngryBird.
So which one? I mean, hey, this is the definitive data. Winners finals will be determined now, because whoever wins here, the bird in the transitive property. That's how it works. That's it. Yeah. Like if Ultra David beats Daigo, and I beat Ultra David, then I beat Daigo. Yeah. But right now, it's about RealMF and Hamood. Kuwait versus UAE once again. We're gonna see how this plays out. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I've been calling it for 30 years. Hamood now gets to set things up again in neutral, feeling pretty confident. Okay, nice little start. If you need to force your way in, here's a way to do it.
Pay.
Yes, grab.
That gives you even more
the
time
business
to get that drive gauge back right here. Oh, again, that crouch medium kick.
Will he build level 1? Yes, just did.
Absolutely. More than enough to kill. The last hit gets it done. Hamood, excellent fighting out of the corner. The defense has been a real highlight on this Chun-Li, not only the offense. Not a punish there, though. So Hamood likely had an opportunity to attack. Just wasn't ready. Did not expect Luke to just pull up.
Gotta mix it up well. RealMF is doing that.
Go, and that's the anti-airs we weren't seeing earlier,
yeah,
right?
That's true. That was a big call for him.
That was 1 for 1 so far.
Little floatier jump.
Yeah,
6 and 10
exactly.
with then versus Cammy.
True. You could do instant air legs, but it's not a dive kick.
No. Speaking of anti-airs, these have been successful. They've been consistent. And she gets damage out of them, which is nice.
Yeah. A lot of different options, a lot of different opportunities, and now locked in the corner. I love the controlling of the space here. Outside of crouch, medium punch, just out of distance for most of the sandblast, and we're going the distance for this one. Hamood should be able to close out this round. 2 in a row, putting on a show. 1-0 lead here, RealMF. Again, that's how it happened in the winner's side too. Down a game, able to get 2 in a row against none other than AngryBird, right?
True.
So like, this can still happen. We see that RealMF like warms up as the set goes on, and that was one of the big opportunities he had against AngryBird too. The back dashes against the throws, and that's where he gets the first huge hit to really capitalize in the corner. But the defense from Hamood, I was about to say it's looking great, but drive impact.
Just happened to jump at the right time to RealMF.
Yeah, with to be remembered. Anti-air again.
Yo, 2 for 2.
This is looking good. 100% hit rate. All right,
Still
Real.
a perfect, by the way.
Yeah, again, what
Street Fighter 6 perfect.
And again, it's going long. Again, one more stand medium kick, no cross cut. This time it was mad deep, so quite difficult. Looking for one more sandblast, and there it is. A long perfect. RealMF, like we said, coming alive in this second game.
I'm sure there's a lot of experience between these two. I don't think it's the first time that they're figuring things out against each other or anything. So it's interesting that RealMF seems to need a game to really get in there.
That can happen for a lot of players too. It's hard to explain from time to time, but getting back in the saddle, being like, oh yeah, this is exactly their approach. This is the way they're fighting today, right? Because you can fight against someone, like, are they going to reversal every time?
That's true. Yeah.
What is going to be?
It's always a little different.
Oh, nice. Gonna build the level 3 here too. And opts to spend it. The most important piece is getting that drive gauge back. Changing places, actually. Freaky Friday. I get a bar, you lose a bar. That's fair.
Oh, time to party.
Wow.
Yes, that was sick.
I love that. Sometimes you see drive rush gab, drive rush grab, but drive rush charge knuckle.
Right, I really like that. That was cool.
That was sick. He said.
Yeah, he was out of that all of a sudden. Yep. That was a very cool idea.
Oh, the YIOTA. How dare you try to take a throw?
2-0.
Never again.
Something you see more commonly from other characters. You see DJ do that in his way all the time. Like, that kind of stuff does happen for others, but...
Lucas just cool? Wow. Just Memphis. That's what we should call that one.
Uh-huh.
That was...
Like a Ken player has never done that into Dragonland.
Absolutely not. No.
Good idea. I just came up with it. Maybe consider it.
You should really talk to
Maybe think about it.
I think he could.
Just saying.
If he puts that in the game
maybe think about it.
Maybe? I would never. Only evil people do that.
Yes, you do.
And then you know what you do after Dragon Lash? Dragon Lash. Oh, man. What a walk back. RealMF.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
He is in monstrous form. Let's see. Anti-air again. 3 for 3, baby. He's a new man.
Yeah, again, it's easier, but I think more than that, he just seems extremely aware.
4 for 4. Yeah, I don't... A switch has been flipped. And again, nice.
Jeez, it's all working out.
Yeah. Like I said, the MF stands for monstrous form right here. The losers run buff. He's looking good. Oh, wow.
Man. Implying that Hamood does not think that he's able to check.
And I mean, he has earlier, too. It was with the crouch medium kick, but not consistently. A little bit shaken up here, right? Getting checked consistently on a lot of these options. But now the corner is for you, for the boys.
Okay, so Hamood walks away, maybe tries to reset the situation, but those jumps are just not cutting it.
Yeah, not an option that you're allowed to use here.
RealMF quiero irse al 2-1.
Back to the dive kick. I mean, AngryBird does impose his will. The most important part here is the corner carry. Gonna get back up to almost 2 bricks.
Yeah, a little over 2 bricks. Wow, what a throw bait. And the huge delay on it, but the drop.
Oh,
no shot. Uh-oh. You had to kill there.
Yes, that was the intention, was really to go all in and get the kill.
Uh-oh, plus frames. And again, the critical art.
Okay, nice escape. Hamood is just walking back for his life. Okay, lovely forward movement suddenly. Who's ready for that?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Not RealMF.
And the grab comes out again. Looked a little dicey there for Hamood, but cleaned it up. Chun's walk speed coming in clutch again, even in burnouts. Just like, just walk away.
Yeah.
Just walk away from the problem. Fight or flight. I am flying. An express ticket out here.
There we go. No? Again, back to this. I'm not sure that I would even call it neutral. It's just staying away. It's kind of trying to set up a shield of a fireball.
Yeah, and has established the lead too, but again, got caught on the walk back. And RealMF quickly reestablishes the life lead. But that was a clean crouch. No shimmies allowed. No Johns, only jimmies. Let's see Hamood, what you're able to do here. Can you force a burnout situation on RealMF? One more touch will do it. Oh no, and actually took the hit right there. That was a counter hit. Oh no.
Good one. Yeah, very fast reaction.
And no bar on the side of Hamood here, so if he's able to get a nice pressure sequence, get the burnout, it is lights out. Two crouching medium punches. 2 more will do it. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, that was genius. Gets the back roundhouse. If you get the follow, it's
not enough, but
it doesn't matter. Didn't even need the chip. I think Hamood was going to the skies there because it wasn't a counter hit. And I mean, the only thing you could really do there was try to jump, but
yeah,
a DP kills.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and overhead, like going for the flip kick.
Yeah, built that super bar on getting hit. So
yeah, kind of rough here. Again, 2-1 lead for RealMF. The same thing we saw on Winners. The story writes itself. If you want to see the script, please call 1-800-COMMENTATORS-CURSE for David and I's services.
It seems to me like Hamood is maybe trying to play a little bit further up. Look, not quite as full screen as in the last game, as that just didn't seem like it was as successful.
Yeah, the walk back has been consistently punished because RealMF has found those low forwards. Still, like, I guess, you know, the comfortability in that range doesn't like, you know, tempting fate.
2-1 para Real.
Tempting fate there on the reversal. Hamood pushing to the corner now. Wow, what a check. That's why the cross medium punch ever imposing.
Excellent awareness by Hamood.
And the block, too. Look at RealMF. Defense has been so good, but the delay, the hezzy.
It got a little weird.
Just a little strange.
Ambos están en burnout, pero creo que se va a recuperar antes de RealMF.
Hamood moving forward in burnout. He's so confident.
Oh, yeah.
Just standing in jump crouching medium kick range.
Totally fine. Again! No way. And there we go. Even though you had the
match
super
point
meter,
para RealMF.
I feel like I'm watching Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying About the Burnout. What a sequence. RealMF, 6 for 6 on the anti-airs. It has been so dang clean on the defense. Hamood has not been able to make anything happen up close or far. Pushing to the corner, but again, at the cost of so much drive.
I understand that the strategy is to back off, put out a fireball, hope for anti-airs, that kind of stuff. It just doesn't seem like it's holding up long-term as the set goes on. As, again, RealMF took some damage from it, but then now, as a result, gets the corner. And next hit kills.
Yeah, the reward that Hamood is getting for this playstyle is so much less than RealMF because it's 10% trade for about 30%, 40% every time, and that is going to be it. Worst trade
RealMF elimina Hamood
3-1. Comeback against Hamood. One game at the start, more than enough warm-up there. Just needed to get the first rep in to really push out the rest of the set. RealMF going to be moving on. Amazing performance from Hamood. Going to be falling at 5th. With the Chun Li there, Luke staying alive. RealMF wants that run back, honestly. I feel so. If you get that close of a set against the considered that like best player in your region, results-wise, right? Because you have BigBird winning, Red Bull Kumite, and I mean AngryBird probably would have gotten to the grand finals there if they didn't have to fight round 1.
It seemed very possible that day. Yeah.
There was definitely a dialogue of wow, first round grand finals. That was really great to watch. But yeah, still amazing performance. So RealMF is on a mission, right? It's like, if I could beat him, I could beat anybody. And 2 times we saw that charge knuckle. What a beautiful option. And it's because Hamood didn't follow the primary rule that we learned in the last iteration of Street Fighter. Take the throw, because if you don't, you're going to be taking more than 20% of your life bar. You're going to be taking a whole knuckle sandwich. And the drive impact resets were absolutely beautiful. I don't think a single one got answered appropriately. And that is what really unlocked RealMF's pressure. And unlocking the neutral.
Los dos de Kuwait están vivos.
Incredible. Only saw one in the set.
Dos de Emiratos Árabes y dos de Kuwait quedan
again,
ahora.
Going to losers, seeing exactly what was missing from the game plan. When it's put in, looks damn near unstoppable, right?
Emiratos Árabes y Kuwait.
RealMF was in control of the pace 99% of the time, is what it felt like. And Hamood, all he could do is try to go to full screen, look for the anti-airs, look for the fireballs. And it just was not enough.
So there's your top 4 here in the CPT Middle East. Top 8.
Birds y
Again, to
Fandroid
nobody's
versus
surprise, the
RealMF.
winners finals are Nasser AngryBird and Nasser BigBird. And then in losers finals, Kuwait, Fandroid, and RealMF are both there. So again, to watch that winners finals is going to be a blast. I think that's, again, what many of us expected. But I'm also very interested in seeing how this losers has played out, because it's a major reason to be watching these top 8s from different regions around the world is not just to see like who makes it all the way through, who qualifies for Capcom Cup. That's great, but I also always want to know more about the scene. I want to know who else is playing here, who else is strong, and man, Fandroid and RealMF are definitely showing up big time and showing that they are part of that.
Yeah, Kuwait is on the map, like,
for sure.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's been years and years that
since the start.
Strong players have been coming out, and you know, UAE on top and Kuwait down low. I mean, losers finals, BigBird gets there. Kuwait might
we'll see.
The Nasser throne right there. So, God. And again, the only players that Fandroid and RealMF have lost to is the 2 birds.
That's exactly right.
So they better have
they've
been
beaten everybody else who they've played against.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been seeing so much great competition across the world, so much great competition here in the Middle East, and there's even more to watch because the Street Fighter League is currently going on. And if you're not watching it, you're missing out. 4 p.m. on Wednesdays, you get to see some of the best in the U.S. The teams have been showing exactly how strong they are. Nasser as well, you know, sporting Nephew and Punk too. And one of those, 2 of those players are already qualified for the Capcom Cup, right? And there might be a 3rd one today. So amazing teams across the board, and the entire U.S. is really represented well there. So make sure that you're tuning in. We have 4 p.m. coming up on the docket. Really great time slot. It was a little later before, but now everybody gets to enjoy the best Street Fighter League U.S. action that we have to offer at some pretty reasonable hours at a reasonable price. Free $99 to tune in to the Capcom Pro Tour right there. Capcom Fighters is where you're going to watch it on YouTube and Twitch, so please do not miss out. Vicious and Tasty Steves are going to bring you through all the action. And as he says, man, that was godlike every time.
You know, I'm not always a live Twitch viewer. Sometimes I gotta work. I gotta tell you, I am oftentimes a YouTube viewer when it comes to Street Fighter League. I really like waking up the next day and over breakfast, I watch it happen. That's been my ritual for Street Fighter League for the past like couple of years.
Over breakfast?
Over breakfast.
Over breakfast?
That's what I do.
Are you sure it's not over lunch? After you placed a wonderful mobile order for some carne asada on the Chipotle app? I don't know what you're talking about, David. I think you eat this.
Only eat lunch. I wake up and I think to myself, it's lunchtime.
A bagel with butter? No. A rice bowl with tender cuts of steak, cilantro, lime, signature spices, and that beautiful guac on top. That is what you are looking for. That's why you have to say it with such intensity. The carne asada. That really wakes you up in the morning. Beautiful stuff right there. Chipotle, thanks once again for supporting the FGC and the Capcom Pro Tour, because without you, I don't think we'd be able to really get into the action full and ready to enjoy. And, you know, we've had a action-packed day full of matches, loser side and winner side. And it's only going to get better here. Top 4, all players are in the money. All players have a chance to qualify for the Capcom Cup. AngryBird obviously is already there, and 3 more players are duking it out to see who can get that spot. So please stay tuned as we reach our climax of the day. Don't go anywhere.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever. No steak. Shit.
I present the hunter from Hamood.
Monster Hunter. O sea, more times over Houseman. Over Houseman. Boom. Final Fight. La colaboración de Final Fight con Street Fighter 6. Sodom y Hagar. Y Sodom. Ok, creo que se va a entrar entrevista. Qué bueno. Ok, entrevista.
And you might get turned into a Twitter clip. Man's like BigBird, one of the best players in the world right now, one of the favorites at any of the big tournaments that he pulls up to.
BigBird.
I guess now with the new era of Street Fighter 6, I feel like your social media has blown up so much. You've become more of like a, I don't know, people are posting eyeball emojis under your pictures and stuff like that, or under your thirst traps you be posting. What is that like? You know what I'm talking about. Do they be tweeting that under your tweets though?
Oh yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
They posting her eyes and all that. Oh, BigBird. You posting with your wet hair and all that. What's going on, man? What you doing? What you doing, BigBird? What is this?
So basically, I noticed that in every new game release, there's a lot of hype about, about the game, about people around the game.
Yeah.
So I figured I had this plan a long time ago that when the Street Fighter 6 release, I go all in terms of social media, in terms of Twitch, in terms of streaming, in terms of videos, clips, and all that. When the game releases,
you look for people to learn from, right?
Yeah.
So me playing Marisa, which is a very, very rare character, just me, Shuto, and maybe some others, I've been kind of deflating the character. So whenever someone thinks of Marisa, they think of me. So having played Marisa actually added a lot to that you know, social media explosion.
Okay, and last thing I gotta ask you is involving you and AngryBird actually. Right now, a lot of people, of course, have you guys as two of the best. I mean, even back at EVO, a lot of people were predicting you or AngryBird to be the champ of that. How do you guys get so strong over there? Like, what is that process like?
Honestly, so now obviously the connection allows us to play with Europe, allows us to play with Southeast Asia. So now we can play versus guys like Hot Dog, Shanghai, Xian. So now we have more options to practice with. Back in SF5, online was only Middle East. So we didn't have options.
Yeah.
But right now we have options, we have matchups. So that made it a lot easier for us. On top of that, I feel like the game style really, really fits me and AngryBird. Me, for my character, obviously, and AngryBird because he's already been an offensive player. He's a very offensive player, and he's also smart at the same time. This game requires a lot of meter management. I've even had players like Momochi, Tokido tell us that our meter management is amazing. I don't know. I feel like the game style just really fits me and AngryBird. It just fits natural, you know. I don't really have to do something out of my play.
BigBird, always a pleasure talking to you,
Continue using Marisa.
I consider you a real life homie of mine, even outside of the NPC and everything. My dog, he was already a Street Fighter phenomenon when it came to Street Fighter 5, and now at 6, he is even better, but also a heartthrob, none other than the Middle East, BigBird.
BigBird.
We're in the top 4. That's right. We have 4 players remaining. One of them will make all their way through. Already one of them is qualified for Capcom Cup. Somebody else is going to be as well. We definitely know that for sure. It's a question of who it's going to be. Ulster David here with Jake Ryan. We are extremely excited to ultimately see BigBird versus AngryBird. That's going to be a blast, but that's not the only one that I'm still looking forward to here in this bracket.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast too because winner side
bird
is
battle.
What we would expect.
What are the bird
battle? Bracket, right? We've had a couple of the top 8s for the CPT not go the way we expected. Still getting the winner, maybe the loser side, but the loser side here is Kuwait, Fandroid versus RealMF, and the only players that they have lost to
also
is
have
the
the Aris
birds.
emote
So, best case scenario here for BigBird is to defeat the training partner in AngryBird and end up in winner side grand finals, because then you put all your trust and faith in your training partner to defeat whoever shows up in losers finals. Now, pure chaos, BigBird loses here. And then Fandroid or RealMF step up to the plate.
Could do it.
They could do it.
They could do it. Ultimately, somebody else qualifies for Capcom Cup today. And that happens either by them winning this tournament outright or by getting second to AngryBird.
Absolutely.
Those are the 2 paths. So things to keep in mind. Again, if, as you mentioned, BigBird wins this thing, he puts himself in a great spot.
Bird battle. Cammy versus Marisa.
A little bit different road if instead AngryBird wins. I'm sure that there's not going to be any easy game here on either side. I'm sure that they're both going to be trying as hard as possible. And that is always something that I respect about these guys. I mean, we saw them, as you mentioned, in Red Bull Kumite when they played against each other there in that early match in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
When their match was closer than anybody else's, as BigBird ultimately, after that, breezed through the rest of that bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've always had great matches against each other.
Absolutely cleaned up the rest of the competition. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward after this event to see the YouTube video that they make about it, because they've been really growing on their YouTube channel. And if you want to learn about Street Fighter, you got to watch these guys, man. They are so good. We're going to see 2 looks from them. We have the Marisa from BigBird and the Cammy from AngryBird. And I mean, the best way to get your characters sharp and your secondaries is to play them in this environment, right? Because even though AngryBird has already qualified for the Capcom Pro Tour, there's money on the line, right? And I'm sorry, Adele, I gotta take that cash. But immediately, no cash to spend, but I'll take 40% off that Cammy. Oh no, 1 for 1.
Hey, didn't she have like 90% life 10 seconds ago?
Yeah,
5 seconds ago?
Prediction up.
Yeah, there was a lot of health on the gauge and not much. That was the latest dive kick. My goodness. Pressure sequence coming in here. AngryBird. Oh, no. Side switch? Yes, sir. Yeah, a little too negative there. Slightly too close.
Primer round para el señor BigBird.
Did so much of that early. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
That's how you feel? Into the meatiest? I like that. Write that down, Cammy players. Oh my goodness.
Okay, man.
He put himself in burnout in the corner against Marisa, though. It's like, wow,
That's true, yeah.
that was sick.
Yeah, but pretty dangerous.
This sucks. Never mind, nothing bad about it. Cannot write AngryBird off. Burnout is a mindset.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, the double
no.
whip. Oh no! Is this a kill? No way.
I don't think it's a kill.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, he got the drive gauge
It is
back.
a loss, though.
So AngryBird has a way to fight.
Oh, no, is it a kill?
No way. Nah, you're
The
fine,
little
you're fine.
twist?
Nah.
It's not enough.
The McTwist was not enough. But the thing is, you block anything into the critical art. More than enough to chip. Holy chip kill of the day. I need that to be a thing.
Chip kill.
I really do. There's so many of them. I love it.
Ooh, okay.
It's all we're going to guac about. Oh my goodness. What a drive impact. We're going to the corner. BigBird defending excellently, but immediately getting checked. Final low, one of the weaknesses of Marisa, and the first person I've ever seen documented to block that. OD spin knuckle. Absolutely nuts. Burnout. State of mind. Wow! Single hit confirmed. Punk smiled somewhere. He got his wings.
Way out of the corner.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Take your
Harassing
turn.
here. Great spacing on this, and that is enough.
1-0 para
insane. I
AngryBird.
cannot believe it. BigBird is going to have to fight for this one. Like we said, there are no freebies here. All is fair in love and war. Oh, wow. MP, hooligan.
All those have been checked and killed, by the way. Oh, okay, here's one.
Yikes.
Te vas a comer
Cammy had,
mucho
90%
daño.
health.
Remember that health over there?
4 seconds ago. Oh, no. David.
No.
Help!
Nope.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
That's the risk that you take.
I
You
mean,
know the risk.
Have you simply tried being a uncharacteristic drop
Guess
there,
for the
but
game.
not an
No,
uncharacteristic
hizo
cross-cut OD. Oh my god.
There is 80% more hooligan usage here than I feel like I've ever seen from top level Cammy.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta mix it in. Expect the unexpected, right? Oh,
Bueno,
no, tap
no
parry.
Chun.
What's expected there from BigBird?
Open the bait. Nothing
Yo!
Here it is, though.
You cannot catch AngryBird sleeping. Early bird gets the worm.
Both bars smack.
No way. Ah! 2 for your troubles.
Huerta.
Like
1-1.
drive impact,
Right back
David?
into it, yeah.
If I,
Just absolutely not dissuaded at all.
Was
what if I did it
eliminated.
again? Wouldn't
I
that be
am-
wild?
Ah.
Superman punch answered excellently so far. Oh, wow. And caught the follow-up there, too. That was clean. The armor had gone away at that
exactly.
point, so found the pocket. Ooh. Again, I think we're seeing 200% more hooligan
my
usage.
God.
What is happening here? Is this the formula that we haven't known about? This is what the secret tech of the Cammy players?
I mean, look, she's got great buttons and she has narrow approach. She has hooligan, like we've all known that. She's got potentially cool tricks. You just rarely see it at high level because the other stuff is so stable. And not that AngryBird is doing wild stuff necessarily. It's just he is using hooligan well though.
Yeah, and his reactions have been so on point, right? Not only with the drive impact and the hooligans. Wow, the grab. Absolutely nuts here. BigBird burning himself out. A big risk. Oh,
Chance. Oh,
man.
jeez.
He's like, hey, that drive impact you've been doing.
You have died.
Oh, yeah, that is a wrap, and it's going to be cheap. It's going to be free. And now it's a round apiece on the board here. Who's going to take the lead? Who's going to be up 2-1? Angry or big? It's going to be a swing.
The bird
match
foul.
Parry, carried, yeah, it wasn't quite there.
Oh, wow, that was
using
deep.
the rarely seen air invul at
No,
the have you died?
Yeah, that's
have you been deleted?
Shake my hand. No. The shared Excel file has been completely obliterated. That was a perfect, by the way, 15 seconds.
2-1 para BigBird.
Blink and you might miss it. 2 wake-up reversals to decide that match right there.
The old classic two-toucher.
If you simply block, you might win. And that's what BigBird was able to do. AngryBird a little too overzealous on the wake-ups there. But again, there is so many layers to this matchup. I don't think there's any
You have to
players.
do it sometimes. And in a matchup versus somebody who you know so well, you got to be extra unpredictable.
Yeah, and yeah, I was trying to say there's not
his
any
house.
other 2 players in the world that have played against each other more, other than I would say Menardi.
Are both
right?
birds.
Like that's the only
Think
one
his
that
house.
would match. And matching that offense. No!
This is one hit from death. AngryBird
Yikes.
knows it.
And again, the defense cross.
Lo mata.
You're dead. Survey says, yeah, that is a wrap. And it's free as well.
Match point para
Optimization
BigBird.
station. The bird has left the coop.
This is huge.
Both
This
in
is
the
match
house.
point for BigBird. If he wins this round, his chances of qualifying for Capcom Cup go up
enormously. Yeah. That was disgusting, by the way, on that air-to-air. Deepest of dive kicks again. Hooligan finally answered with the jab. Not the most punish here, but drive rush jab. Cam's got it, Cammy's got it. All good. And the throw punish here. Let's see. Perfect parry. Do you opt to level 3 here? Because
No, I think the next hit's a kill.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
You're already there.
Now it's going to be lights out. And no critical art here for the side of AngryBird just yet. A little bit too much health on the docket. So close here.
All you gotta do is complete.
Lo siento. Lo mata 3-1. BigBird envía AngryBird a loser.
Finals on winner's side. Again, his chances of qualifying for Capcom Cup now up hugely because of this win.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody else be able to touch AngryBird in this tournament other than RealMF. And the thing is, if Fandroid is able to get to that point and somehow miraculously beat AngryBird, right? BigBird got the 3-1 before. And there's 2 sets to look forward to.
Yeah.
So if I had to bet on any horse in the loser side besides AngryBird, I think RealMF is going to have the best shot here. And BigBird gave it his best shot as well, and it really came out strong. A couple of different errors on the side of AngryBird, and it really came down to, did you block the ODDP? And then there was one really unfortunate drop combo from AngryBird that would have evened up the set. But it happens to everybody. No one is immune, and that is
El duelo de
the,
pájaros.
DPs that was blocked. That really
Le dejó
chased the
ganar
chase.
el AngryBird a su hermano BigBird para que BigBird se clasifique y ahora va a proteger el spot de que nadie más le gane el puesto a su hermano, a su compañero de equipo.
You might just lose the game. But again, doesn't matter here. These players play against each other so often, and I mean, I don't think you're going to see the depth of this matchup shown any more understood than it is here. And all the looks, all of the punishes on both sides, and dealing even with, you don't really see the
BigBird tiene hoy una oportunidad de clasificarse a Capcom Cup si AngryBird tiene a cualquiera que gane ahora la luz del semifinal entre Fandroid o RealMF.
And I'm like, that is disgusting. BigBird is prepared for that. And that's what's so good about these training partners. They prepare each other for all of these super high level intricate situations.
Esto se va a poner bueno.
Even if you're not seeing a camera typically used to leading that match at the highest level, you still got to play through the entire bracket. AngryBird beat almost 8,000 other competitors. He plays better than them.
No puedo parar de reír por lo que está pasando.
Control the variance, and that's why a great training partner can help you get great results. And it's BigBird's turn to be on top.
Aunque lo habrán planeado todo.
Finals winner's side, and we have the losers to determine who steps up to the plate here, because it's no longer 2 birds, 1 stone in losers finals. You got to take them both out. You got to need 2 rocks to get that ticket punched. It's hard.
It's going to be 2 Kuwaiti players who are in line for that. We got Fandroid, and we have RealMF. We saw earlier, RealMF had a close one versus AngryBird. 3 games to 2, ultimately. For Fandroid, not as close versus BigBird. That was 0-3. A little bit of a different story. But then in that loser side, both of them taking their opponents out 3 games to 1, both of them looking very strong.
Ahora viene Fandroid versus RealMF, y esto va a ser el que desafiará a AngryBird.
Yeah, like you said, I feel like this.
Voy a ir por RealMF, porque él es el que tiene más oportunidad de ganar. DJ versus Luke.
Anti-airs were definitely an issue. A lot of jump-ins were left unchecked. I think there was only 1 anti-air. But then in the loser side, 100% success rate on the jump-ins. And then you look at the other side for Fandroid, a lot of really great hits on BigBird, but not getting the conversions. The jump-in knee working out excellently, but no follow-up. So I need to see those adjustments made for both sides, and we're clashing with the plasma off the start. RealMF versus Fandroid to see who gets the opportunity to fight
Duelo de Kuwait, solo un Kuwait sobrevivirá.
Qualifying deciding match in that loser finals. So we got to see who gets there first.
Good read. Way out of the corner now. Again, Fandroid's defense was really a major story of his last win. And again, comes up big here. A little bit too far for the shimmy. Oh my god.
Yeah, every single
willing
time,
to do it.
Every single time the pressure got started on Fandroid, I felt like we saw the OD of kicks. Quite difficult to deal with here, and RealMF now stuck in the corner. Almost in burnout. Wow, the target combo actually worked out there. Very good. Fandroid a little angsty, and that is one of the best
¿Lo
normals
mata?
in the game. How do you choose between Roundhouse and Fierce?
I don't know.
No.
Sometimes you just gotta
Got
decide.
him, though.
Lo mata
That was
Fandroid.
a great decision. Boom, baby, indeed. Fandroid gets the first round. And RealMF was making a real comeback there. Let's see what we can do. MF now stands for move forward. Loving it.
And he has all the way into the corner.
No up kicks this time. Holding it back. And the Fandroid like varying the defensive options. It's so good. Oh, wow.
Sometimes it just works out.
2 ships in the night.
Yep. But right back in the bad spot as RealMF this time gets the confirm. He should surely take it.
And it is going to be no Pixel in a dream.
Buddy.
It's going to be a perfect, but didn't want to spend the meter. All right, you know what? We'll take those. You can chip me a little bit. That's fine. Alrighty. For the OD slasher. Trying to get in.
Oh, punch underneath. Okay.
Empty jump grab. Nothing off. Wow.
Here it
counter
is.
Yeah. Utilizing that stand fierce so well. Just cool. Ends up connecting. Didn't even flinch on it though. RealMF is like, all right, let's see what we go for first. Tried to perfect parry that time. Didn't have it. Oh,
coming right back in. Now, RealMF's defense is looking good right now.
Yeah, went nothing low and then high.
Dude,
and,
you know what? He actually blocked and parried and got moved backwards like half the stage.
Yeah, it was
while doing all that.
Every single just cool, and it was all about the strength position. It wasn't about the hit. What a jab check though. Immediate super right back for your troubles. It's gonna almost even up the drive gauges here. Actually, I think it is. Boom. We both got all the bricks we need. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Let's see. Oh, that was,
got him. Right up close. Who's worried about TV? What a whip punish.
Yeah,
RealMF.
Boom. Takes it. First game. This is the first time we've seen RealMF get the first game today. Is that a troubling sign? Are we going to see the reverse 3-0 from Fandroid this time?
Again, you got to think that there's a huge amount of experience between these two playing against each other.
Absolutely. What a backdash, but the double whiff. Oh, man. Double whiff to Chesney. Rough stuff.
Weird. Just a case of EX up kicks, which, again, have been pretty well placed by Fandroid for the most part.
Playing this a little bit slower on the side of Fandroid here. No anti-air this time.
Yeah, rare. Usually when he's not busy, his anti-airs have been great. That time, no.
Rock me and punch it. Great tech. Huge delay tech right there. That was like the last frame. Try to get the perfect parry right there. Really creating those frame traps, saying I'm negative. I can tap here. It's not going to be the worst thing. No way. Oh, wow!
That is a great thing to see there for RealMF.
Especially because of Cammy earlier. The dive kick's hard to deal with, so that short hop getting answered is great. And the reversal of their own RealMF's first DP. Oh, no! Oh, man. Ah, yeah, that's rough.
Very good solution.
Trying to back away from the OD up kicks, that was definitely imminent.
Yeah.
And Fandroid was on the next level. The next playing field says, I know that you know, because we play all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice work. Pressuring.
Man, that stand medium kick. So dang good.
Okay, here's a big chance here for Fandroid.
Ooh.
No, I mean, he's not really overcommitting offensively. Oh!
And the defense against the just cool options has been great.
Yep.
And it's now all coming together. Overhead, no overhead. No bar spent just yet. Trying to save as much as possible, plus frames. Oh.
Underneath, and Fandroid could take the game, should take the game. Gonna keep it easy on himself.
So no cinematic, no problem. Going into the next game. 1-1 on the board here. Remember, a lot on the line. These players may be in the money, but they're not only going to have to beat this opponent. It's going to be AngryBird and BigBird afterwards. So this is a warm-up for the hot seat. Again, 2 for 2 on the anti-airs. RealMF has really adjusted well on the loser side of thing, and the walk back comes in clutch. 40% damage for your troubles, and Fandroid hasn't up-kicked out just yet, and it's because we only saw 2 bricks, but oh no.
Well, RealMF really makes him pay.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh my god. Yo, the spacing was so good by RealMF. Oftentimes he had moved forward in situations like that. That time he kept his spot looking for the whiff. He was right.
Yeah, RealMF stood still for 5 seconds. DJ, I think, did 10 actions. He was like, what
RealMF quiere irse al 2-1.
Again!
That also knocked down, man.
Yeah, this time saw the startup of the overhead off the drive rush and got the punish. Just smacked right down, dude. The stop sign normal.
Perfect.
Get an air stop sign?
Yeah, bro.
Luke's living in the future.
Yeah.
Backdash right
Back
here.
throw.
He left the military because he's like, I can't fly these contraptions.
Uh-oh, the whiff cancel.
Gotta be careful here. Nice tech again. And you saw that
Okay.
little
It's a big, risky situation.
There's not a chip kill opportunity this time, so we're not going to see that. Oh, no. Now you got to be even more careful. Ah! No shot. Round a piece on the board. Not able to react this time, RealMF. The anti-airs may be there, but a different piece of the mental stack is now a lot harder to access.
Tough to do it all.
Yep. Some can.
There it is, underneath the beginning. RealMF with the corner, just like that. 3 bars to his name.
Wow! What? That was nuts.
The best friend only tech.
Yeah, it's
the kind of stuff that you only do when you know the opponent extremely well.
You did meaty air flash knuckle. You're my hero. That was
so sick.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
I love that. That was so cool. And that's why these matches are great. Like when you see the regions really come in strong in the training partners, you get to see the pinnacle of what you can really do with these characters. And the pinnacle of back massage here. Gonna put RealMF into a 2-touch situation. Potentially 1. Oh, what a counter hit. Yeah, you are done for. Lights out, just cool. Just the way. Cool runnings as we get into the next round here. 2-1 lead. Fandroid is running away with this one.
So RealMF used that sick tech in a game he did not win. That is a bummer.
Yeah, that hurts.
You try to keep stuff like that for like big moments, that like important rounds that you really want to win.
Oh,
and he didn't get it. So Fandroid now with pressure in the corner.
And I hate that what I said before is actually coming to fruition. RealMF got the first game, and now it's the opposite story we've been seeing the rest of the day. Maybe the first loss is what powers them up, and all power is lost right here. This is looking so rough about the burnout, and look for the perfect parry, but the tap was at the wrong time. Set point here for Fandroid, looking like a machine against RealMF. No anti-air this time, though.
Just very light stuff for RealMF as he goes back to neutral here.
Ooh, driver's jab. Just cool, working out this time, going for the low.
No cancel. That's all right. RealMF trying to settle down. Yes, at that spot, he's been able to get whiff punish as well. This time again.
Locked down by the peppering sandblast.
Chooses not to rush.
Medium kicking represented now, but
there's a rush from Fandroid.
Yeah. A lot of drive.
It's all changed into the corner.
Yeah, so hard. Goes to the safe jump into the backdash. A lot of safe decisions here.
Yo, meaty backdash?
Yeah, does not want to overextend. No way. Yikes. You got to go for a reset here. You're not going to be able to
not
kill.
Not going to kill yet.
Yeah, so maybe another. No way. And the reversal is what decides the tail of the tape. Fandroid completing the mission. The 3-0 reversal on RealMF. It's not allowed to win the first game. Is what we have learned here. Give him the best odds. And RealMF going out at 4th place. Amazing performance on the Luke. Really love to see how they were able to develop throughout the tournament and show us some of the strongest play from Kuwait. And now it's Fandroid's time to shine. You may have got 3-0'd by BigBird, but AngryBird is what is on the docket for you. Fandroid is going to have the run of his life here, and it's going to be quite difficult. I mean, you've seen how well AngryBird is able to fight the entire cast, DJ included.
Sure.
So you're going to have to show just about everything. We saw some really cool tech from RealMF, right?
Yeah.
At Air Flash Knuckle. What does Fandroid have ready for AngryBird, right? Because what was presented to BigBird, a couple of drops, and I feel like he's warmed up now, right?
Very possible.
Can you keep it clean and consistent? Because any drop against those two players spells death, right? And we don't like spelling that out today. That is not what you want, Fandroid.
But Fandroid played this great, and this was, I think, a better performance in some ways for RealMF than his performance versus AngryBird, and yet Fandroid was able to do even stronger. It was a performance where RealMF had more whiff punishes, he had more conversions, he had more anti-airs, and again, nevertheless, it was Fandroid who took it.
Yeah.
So good sign for him as he baits that DP, that one final chance, kept it real easy for himself, and that's how it happened. Tail of the tape into this top 3 situation. So that's where we're at. Grand Finals. Here's how it goes for qualifying for Capcom Cup. BigBird in a great position if AngryBird wins versus Fandroid. BigBird qualifies for Capcom Cup because AngryBird is already qualified for Capcom Cup. And if Fandroid beats AngryBird, then the winner of BigBird versus Fandroid qualifies for Capcom Cup. So if you're BigBird, as we've been saying, you are rooting for AngryBird. That's what you want here.
Yeah.
Not just because he's your buddy, but because if he wins, you are guaranteed you have qualified for Capcom Cup. Whereas if Fandroid wins, BigBird still got to play another match to determine, right? I mean, he's going to play another match anyway, but it will actually matter for a Capcom Cup qualifying outcome if it's Fandroid.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the plane ride to the Capcom Cup would feel pretty different if both of them are qualified or one's going to the LCQ and one is qualified.
Yes.
So
now, I mean, keep in mind that the World Warrior for this region is next weekend, November 25th. So whoever doesn't do it this weekend still has a chance next weekend. So it's not like it's the end of the world, but still, you want to get it done today. You want to get the money. You want to be able to say that you won CPT Middle East.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to have to think about it next week. You just want to be good to go for Capcom Cup.
Oh, yeah. And I love how the World Warrior is actually pretty indicative of the skill of the region, right? Because you look at it here, and even though Fandroid fell 3-0 to BigBird, our top three ends up being BigBird, AngryBird, and Fandroid. So the World Warrior points sitting on top. You know, maybe that consistency shows up in different places here. And if you want to get some more information on consistency, data, or even how you play, you gotta go to the Buckler Bootcamp.
Well,
it's not the academy, because you're going to be training as much as you can. Make sure that you break a sweat with them. Get the QR code and scan, because it has more than enough data to help you level up your game. It's a mobile-friendly website packed with features supporting your enjoyment for Street Fighter 6. You can check out player data, as I said, friends, clubs, ranking, information, and more at the ease of your fingertips. If you ever wanted to see how much you drive reversal compared to the birds, that's the place you can look. You might not like the number, but it is there. And make sure that you continue to look at the Buckler's Bootcamp, because you can find information on characters, frame data, which is amazing to have, in-game events, rewards, and updates. Make sure that you check out the Buckler's Bootcamp to make the most of your Street Fighter 6 journey.
You know I like Street Fighter 6 a lot.
Really?
Jake.
I do too.
I'm really having a great time with it. I like to compete. I've been doing that for 20 years. But I gotta tell you, I can't always be competitive. Sometimes I like playing other types of games too, just to kind of take my mind off that a little bit. And I can do it in the Street Fighter universe with Pockets. It's a mini game in which you develop your character by training little cuties like Ryu right there.
So
look at that little guy.
Little guy.
Aw.
You can clean him.
You can clean him. If things go wrong, you can cure him. Aw, that sounds great.
He's been walking around the world, man.
And probably getting pretty dirty doing it.
You have to clean him.
Knowing that guy.
Exactly.
But you can stay clean with Pockets. It's based on the motto, praise and develop, which is the intention of Buckler's president. So feel free to register as a member. Hey, let's work up a good sweat together with Pockets.
Absolutely. That's why we got the clean option, the cure option after you fight some of the top tiers as Ryu. And you always got to eat up for the fight of your life. And you need to refresh yourself here, because we are getting into the last matches of the day. 3 competitors remain, and only one will qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. So please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to finish up
antes
here
de Loser Finals y Grand Finals. Si tras eso vendrá la puesta a punto, pero obviamente solo voy a transmitir hasta la Grand Finals. Vas a ver quién gana.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas.
Sí.
Our passion.
No.
Our creativity.
No.
Our skills. We come here to break rules. To bend minds. To change the game. This is where we make an impression.
Sí. Against Kazunoko.
This is where we make our masterpiece.
Kazunoko Cammy. And was 3-0. Huh.
Objection!
Bueno. Bueno. Moke gets second place in the Osata Tokido won. No, Kazunoko. O sea, en World Warrior Japan. Sí. Well, Japanese Furo JP Kensen DJ, so they know the matchup very well. Sí. Yes. With only losing one set. With only losing one set. Ok, ¿entrevista o vamos directamente a la... Vamos directamente de lleno. Losers Finals.
Your maximum output because you have some of the highest level competitors left in the game, AngryBird, BigBird, and Fandroid. And BigBird is currently rooting for his best friend in the likes of AngryBird. Fandroid has other ideas, wants to get the potential run back against BigBird in the Winners Side Grand Finals. But if you're just joining us, I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Ultra David to close out the day for CPT Middle East. 3 competitors remain out of our top 8 today and our top 16 yesterday. And who would have thought that it's the 2 top players in World Warrior and then the player already qualified for the Capcom Pro Tour and EVO winner AngryBird, right?
That is true. That does speak to the consistency of results, maintaining consistency. Pretty cool to see, for sure. Again, just to reiterate, if you were tuning in for the first time now,
AngryBird versus
AngryBird's
Fandroid.
already qualified for Capcom Cup. If he qualifies into Grand
Cammy
Finals, that
versus
means
Luke.
that BigBird will have qualified for Capcom Cup as well, because he is guaranteed at least second behind the person who's already qualified. Instead, if Fandroid is the one who gets into Grand Finals, whoever wins between him and BigBird will be the qualifier. So a ton rides on this Losers Finals, as it always does, but even more so than usual for the Grand Final placer right now.
Fandroid versus AngryBird, DJ versus Cammy.
of who makes Capcom Cup.
Yeah, definitely the pivotal moment of the tournament here for Fandroid. And the story's not done, even if he wins this one, right?
No.
He has to go into a big bird
Fighter League.
going to be confident. You already got 3-0'd.
Yeah, exactly.
The
And
Street
Big Bird
Fighter
has
League
2 chances,
Japan.
right?
That's right.
And he already said, you can't make one mistake. And he's got 2 chances to have you
Fighter League
make
Japan.
many mistakes. Gonna be a hard time. And right here, we're seeing AngryBird still rocking the Cammy. I wonder if the Ken comes out. Like, do you have AngryBird just show up full power?
Si AngryBird le gana a Fandroid, BigBird está garantizado en
I do
clasificar.
wonder that as well. I mean, on the
Aunque
one hand,
AngryBird
Cammy
gane el
is the
CPT.
character he's been running with all weekend.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to try to put her under duress so that you as a competitor can like, really gel with
¿Será
her,
que
figure them out.
AngryBird
On the other
gatekeeperá
hand,
la
if he beats
clasificación de
Fandroid,
su
his buddy qualifies
compañero
Exactly.
BigBird
So
o
it's like,
Fandroid
I don't
será
know.
que
It just
destruirá
Cammy,
a
okay,
AngryBird?
Obviously, you want to get your experience, and the respect is there for Fandroid, right? It's
Yeah,
like
of
I've
course,
been playing Cammy against everybody. It is time to show up with Miss White. We're in losers finals here. Nasser AngryBird versus Fandroid. A lot on the line in this match. AngryBird
Don't be
can
a
cinch
traitor.
the Capcom
But
Cup
you play
qualification
DJ
for BigBird,
action.
and Fandroid is trying to have the Cinderella story of today.
Some lessons, I think, for AngryBird so far with how Fandroid's approaching this. Oh, but not important now as Fandroid gets the knockdown. And in. Okay, both times they've had up-close knockdowns. Neither one's really pressured the other. They've both been light on that. No anti-airs quite yet.
Yeah, and again, it's that fear because, I mean, both of these characters
Take
can
the
change their
throw.
hero cards pretty easily. Dive kick on the likes of AngryBird. And you have the short hop knee on the likes of Fandroid with the DJ.
Ooh, defense, and again, throughout this,
Qué
Fandroid's
bueno.
defense has been
No
great.
way.
Blew it up. Here we go.
Lo
All the way
mata,
through.
lo mata.
No,
dropió el
again, I feel like,
combo y se quedó en
boy,
burnout.
this is where it all starts to
Bueno,
unravel,
ambos están
come
en
apart. You need the
burnout, pero
anti-air here.
AngryBird
It's still
recuperará
open
primero
present.
la barra
You try to
primero.
opt out with the level 2,
No.
get a chip kill. All you have to do is hit him with one more
still not
special.
No, he's not going to get it in time. AngryBird is away.
Yikes.
And he comes
No.
back in. Oh, jeez.
He's out of burnout and he goes for the drive impact.
Oh,
Didn't come out in time, and the
cerca.
thing is, AngryBird could not react. Drive
Oh,
impact.
no, he got
Se
it.
mató solo
Gonzalez.
Fandroid.
Counter hit
Primer
gives
round
him
para
extension there.
AngryBird.
Fandroid got a little anxious there. That was the determining factor. And that can't feel good. Yeah,
Vaya
again,
bravo.
no anti-airs. If you were able to put that piece together, it would have been the round on your end. Everything else was looking so great. The
Carlos
schools, the
Spike.
shimmy, the wake-ups.
Carlos Spike de nuevo.
AngryBird.
No saltar.
And you can get a sense that Fandroid felt
Se
a bit
mata solo.
uncomfortable with how to approach
1-0 para AngryBird.
2 times his jump approaches were knocked down. They were the regular jump, and then it was the short knee. He tried twice, and then how to approach on the ground. Okay, air's not going to work. All right, how do I move forward on the ground? He just couldn't get it. As now it is 1-0.
1-0. Esto va a ser un 3-0
Definitely a moment where you look at all the answers and
para
it was,
AngryBird
D,
contra
none of the
Fandroid
above.
o Fandroid podrá
It's like, well, what do I
contraatacar
pick?
para poder robarle algún set a
No.
AngryBird.
That's one of the strengths of extremely top-level players.
Se mató
Jesus, that
solo.
all of your defensive decisions, all of your neutral
A la
decisions can
pared.
just feel like they're wrong.
Yeah, when you start making
Take the
the player
throw.
who's following the rules feel like none of them make sense for them, it's a bad look. And now AngryBird in complete control. Fandroid hasn't found a way in with the fireballs, like you said, with the jumps. And finally finds a way in with the low.
Yeah, but one issue for DJ is that means there's not a lot of damage out.
Yeah, you just get
Most
a
characters
knockdown.
get significant damage there. Him, no.
Wow. A lot of damage to be had here off of that punish counter. And the meaty.
Ooh.
Maybe caught him jumping there.
Well, he could have had more. He just chose to do fireball instead. And because he allowed AngryBird to live, AngryBird comes right on.
Para
And that's the thing
AngryBird
that
para
we saw in the
irse
original set too,
a
that
punto de
Fandroid
ir
had
a
against
buscar el
BigBird. There were these
2-0
huge moments where
a su
a
favor.
lot was left on the table. And when you give either of these players who are the top of the top an inch, they'll take your whole life.
Yeah. You know, AngryBird has been able to move forward. His whiff punishing, his anti-airs, all of the stuff has been great for him, but when he's needed to move in, he's been able to do that, and that's unfortunate for Fandroid to not be able to shut that down.
Yeah, the will to keep walking forward, and it's no small feat here, especially against DJ.
Yeah.
Nice jump in though, and that was a counter hit. The attempt was there from Fandroid, but
got him.
attempt failed.
Perfect
Did not
parry.
pass the capture. Very good perfect parry though. Utilizing the drive rush there, maybe trying to catch some buttons getting eaten.
Perfect
Oh my
parry
goodness,
también.
but
No,
punish.
falló el punish
I don't think he could.
AngryBird.
Yeah, only alive.
Yeah.
No.
He had the chance again.
Pero falló.
But the knee works out.
No, it's still not enough.
Otra vez.
Oh, the greed, the hubris.
Right. Oh boy,
Take
we're
the
all
throw.
clenched. AngryBird.
David, help. Oh, is this enough? Absolutely.
Sí, 2 a
And that's
0.
why, as Yipe says, don't be cheap on the first date, and you might have a date with destiny in World Warrior Fandroid, because AngryBird is up 2-0 and BigBird has a smile ear to ear. Yes. For some reason, he got taller yellow and is singing some songs to the people. It's early morning. I think his cartoon just came on. He is stoked, elevated, elated, you could say. And that tech was huge. No way!
Nah.
Oh no, it's all coming apart.
The first test of DI and AngryBird passed. And here he is. Is that enough? It's not.
That
But
was
boy, his offense has been
Se
great.
mató
Continues to be
solo.
so. And
Match
now
point para
it is match
AngryBird.
point. More than that, it's BigBird's qualification for Capcom Cup point.
Again, BigBird, oh, smiling ear to ear.
Dude hadn't done DI in that situation the whole time.
Nope.
Until right now.
Tapping in. This is full power AngryBird. I can't believe that the power of friendship is coming in full clutch here, but Fandroid trying to be the villain for that story
Oh,
again.
nice whiff on it.
And I love that too. Goes for the whiff to bait and go to AngryBird and going for that stand roundhouse.
There have definitely been some real nice things coming out of Fandroid. It's not like he's been only getting smoked. There's been strength here for sure. It's just not enough over time. Now AngryBird still alive, scheming on his way in.
Oh man.
If he finds the next hit.
Yeah, just short there too. Oh, one
Take
throw
the
to
throw.
start it all.
If he finds the next hit.
Yeah, the critical
On
is
to
there.
the other side!
Lo mata.
Just like that! AngryBird moves forward, and BigBird qualifies for Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
It's time to bird up because we've got 2 birds in the
3 a
cup.
0.
And they're feeling good. I didn't know that they were installing more bird features in Los Angeles. It's going to be pretty good. Pretty good right there. Big 3-0 from AngryBird. And like you said, Fandroid was putting up an excellent show, but there was a couple of instances where being frugal was not the right option. Had to cash out, maybe go for the chip kill, because when AngryBird was given an opportunity, you saw exactly what he did. He said, I'll swing for the board, I don't care. Right? You need to have that.
Como RealMF fue eliminado,
To be,
el Fandroid
you need
era
to just
demasiado
execute. You
fácil
need
para
to
AngryBird.
make sure that you don't give a player like AngryBird that next chance to interact in neutral. You don't let him dictate the pace, because we've seen how well he is at answering just about every option. Jump-ins, ground approach, fireballs, any whiff that you utilize. With whatever option he has. It was a drive impact, it was an anti-air, it was a crouch medium punch, a crouch jab, you name it. AngryBird had it written down, documented, and you know what? He's happy because he has punched his best friend's ticket to Capcom Cup 10 as well. And now we get an extra fun set.
I do think it's going to be a fun set. I think it's going to be cool in this grand finals, which of course will be BigBird and AngryBird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate outcome in the sense of Capcom Cup qualifier.
Already done.
It happened. And that kind of relieves pressure in an interesting way, so that now they can kind of like have fun. Like here's like a good match, and neither one's gonna make it easy. Like neither one's gonna not take this seriously. They're both absolutely gonna do their best still, just without some of that pressure, and that actually could make for a very interesting set.
Absolutely. They get to play with no holds barred. Because, I mean, people were asking the question when the $1 million was announced at the beginning of the Capcom Pro Tour, right? It was like, would you be paid for $1 million in that decision? Well, there's only $1,250 on the line here.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know.
Not nothing, but a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get to see these players push themselves to the limit here in the matchup. And yeah, I mean, we get to see this every day on their YouTube, every day on their stream, but this is the Capcom Pro Tour. We should really get to highlight these players who have changed and shaped their region. The UAE is still on top of Kuwait. Really put up one hell of a show.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
I loved it. I loved everything we got to see here, and this is going to be one hell of a set that we have. AngryBird versus BigBird, the Nasser Classic.
Yep. Abu Dhabi in the UAE. BigBird originally from Algeria, but has been living in the UAE for a long time. A couple of guys who have been among the best in the world for, well, the entirety of Street Fighter 6's lifetime, that's for sure. But in Street Fighter 5 as well, we're among the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember AngryBird made an incredible run in Capcom Cup last year, too.
Yeah, and years ago as well, too. So here it is, grand finals from winner's side, BigBird with Marisa again, AngryBird with Cammy starting out strong.
Dude, AngryBird is like all steam ahead. We are not slowing down. He's like, I'm going to reset you. I know you got through in winners, but I kind of want to do it too, right? And these players go back and forth, super competitive matches all the time, so it is not to be expected. This could be a blow up either way, too. So I'm loving this so far.
The slow scheme towards the corner for BigBird. Already one hit from killing, maybe? I don't know if it's close.
Yeah, it doesn't have the... If it had 2 bars, then yeah, absolutely. But once you get to that point, it'll be a little easier. Oh, man. Punch, drunk, neutral. We love it. Playing it patient, though.
Yeah, it is a very different look than the beginning of this round, but AngryBird will end up taking it.
And I love the change in pace, too, because you see it immediately as AngryBird established the lead. He slowed to a snail's pace. He said, BigBird, you have to find a way in. Your punches are not going to work out. You have your drive rush. You know what I've done before. I'll do it again. Oh, no. Locked down in the corner. Again, the grab. No stance for you. Stringed up. Pinocchio looking neutral. Oh, again. That was so close. And you're dead, actually.
For sure.
By the way, a perfect.
Lo mata.
Man, oh man.
1-0 para
Perfect.
For AngryBird.
Marissa's going to need DJ after that. The backbreaker, you need the back massage.
His ability to switch up that pace has been huge.
It's uncanny, like how scary it is, right? Because it feels like it's unrelenting, and then he's the most stoic player you've ever seen.
Then he'll just be comfortable, half screen away, backdashing himself into the corner versus Marisa, and yet it feels like that's going to be okay for him. BigBird trying to make sure it's not. He would love to maintain this corner position. No jumps from AngryBird, not even trying it yet.
Oh, that is so much damage off a punish counter. What do you mean? 5 hits, 50%. That's so, yep.
Look, she's big. Come on, man.
Yeah, she is a big gal. That's muscle mommy right there. She goes to the gym 8 days a week. Big Beatles fan. Let's see. Oh my God. Again? And the check again.
Oh my God.
My goodness. We got ourselves a match.
We do.
No
Expect nothing less.
Exactly. This is the pinnacle. Oh. It feels like Cammy is doing death by 1,000 cuts against Marisa.
Right.
Literally. Oh no. Even her perfect parry combos do so much damage. What the hell? Uh-oh. No command grab this time, but the drive wasn't worth it. You gotta work in this burnout. And it's working strong so
He's
far.
doing okay.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The jab check again. AngryBird has no fear.
Well, he's got a little bit of fear because he did not challenge at all on BigBird's wake up. He wanted to go back to neutral.
Didn't want to risk a drive impact. Oh no, where are you going? Straight to the dirt. One more time, Mr. White. You gotta visit the chiropractor. It's mommy's orders. Mommy's not always right. Oh my God, again, the check on the regular dash right there. AngryBird. The most times I've seen Cammy use this super in a 24-hour period. This is amazing. AngryBird about to go up 2-0 potentially. Still, BigBird with the meter management. That is the second time we have seen round start spiral, and it's connected both times.
It's pretty quick. To make it safe.
Yeah. Oh no. Everybody's equal to this command grab. I don't think there's only one that has been avoided. The entire tournament. This is insane.
Okay, starting off from the low. AngryBird parried.
Absolutely. Wait, no way. No.
I don't think so.
But you're gonna get.
You move to the corner though.
And
least, right?
yeah, you're one sequence away from burnout. So AngryBird has to go for a super reversal. If you ODDP, then you're still kind of stuck in the same position. How do you escape backdash? Even worse. Really good. Just controlled the space. Didn't overextend either. So I love that. 1-1 apiece. Remember, BigBird only needs one set win to truly be #1 here. He's already in the cup. But the win also feels extra nice. Double whiff.
Got a little weird.
Yeah. That's it's not Street Fighter unless you're grabbing at the air next to each other.
We've all done it.
Exactly.
He's here.
AngryBird now. Up close. We haven't seen up close extended pressure very often.
And the empty jump right there too. Not burning out just yet. And I like that. Going into burnout on your own terms. I said earlier in the set, the anti-airs on the Gladius have been great, but not enough health, not enough armor to survive the dive kick.
The way he's often started things off.
Ooh, that was cheeky. See, even at the top level, you have to mix in the drive impact. Just think of it as an extra long command grab, right? In the corner, at least.
I do. I think that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's just like a 20+ frame command grab. Yeah. People can't react to that sometimes. Oh my goodness. Let's see how this goes. One touch will do it, but again, no critical art will be had. 2-1 on the board. Dude, I feel like if Cammy gets the dive kick and burns you out, that should be called the dive bar because the bar is gone.
All right. Make it happen.
Hey, depends. Oh my goodness, the hooligan.
Denied.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. No G's. No meter, no worries for the rest of your stay in the corner. But the challenge? All right, AngryBird. Oh, man. Burnout is a mindset. And positive mindset, positive mental. AngryBird, some of the best in the business. But again, you're about to evaporate on the life bar side of things. Just a regular throw. Jumping will not get you out of that one there. Oh my god. Oh, kill. Yeah, absolutely. This super. Let's see. Survey says
she's got a little extra health. Is it enough?
No. It is actually. Get Sage on the line. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I understand going for that, but right.
Armor could not protect you there. You need a little bit more life, a little more pep in your step.
Match to a set point, I should say, for AngryBird.
Exactly.
Trying to get the reset
to Shin Grand Finals.
Yeah, exactly where he wants to be to get this reset.
Oh. Had the right idea, just wanted to get the dive kick punish, but a little too slow.
And here's that sudden change of pace. And who knows when it's going to go back to offense. It could at some point. Right now, it's BigBird's offense, though.
Dude, if BigBird has 100% command grab hit rate on AngryBird, nobody else is getting away.
No.
Like, that's just not fair. Wow, again, the drive rush checks are too dang good. And you have to be so careful because looking at this, AngryBird knows you can't go into a non-cancelable normal. So even though you want to sweep, even though you want to check the legs, drive impact is in your future. And if you take that one hit, you're done for.
Oh, okay. It's a tremendous amount of damage. And more than that, it's the corner.
The starter. Oh, man, why?
8. I like how that's like some characters' max damage, and she was just like, here's 2 hits into it.
No way!
To lose the set to hooligan grab? Oh man!
That was some belligerent activity.
There's like not even 80% more hooligan than most top players. There's like 180% more hooligan. It's so much more, including there. And now maybe part of it is that he's playing against somebody who plays against all the time. And again, in those situations, you got to bring out the weird stuff.
Yeah.
To get the W's. But boy, that was even her supposed anti-air option right there that Marisa brought out. But
didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
And I mean, think about it this way too. Like Street Fighter League has been going on. Cammy, Punk, on Nasser team. I don't know, maybe AngryBird has been taking some notes. What has Punk been showing that he hasn't been showing the rest of the world? Maybe we'll find out in the East Coast qualifier. But AngryBird is having great looks here. And BigBird is the one who's going to have to fight back. You have to earn this win right now because AngryBird has flew the coop. And you're stuck behind. Can you fly, bird, fly?
Oh. Stuck behind this chicken wire fence here.
It's rough.
In this stage. Oh, no cancel.
A lot of damage to be had here. Plus frames, but the bust out once again. AngryBird not afraid.
Carol Strike. No, Spire, sí, Carol
That's
Strike.
A good button right there.
Bien, bloqueó el hooligan overhead.
Wow, that was really strong. Again,
oh my god! Sit down. What are you up to?
Dude, my man is flying. All right, he's spreading his wings.
Oh, no cancel again on that.
Punish counter back.
He does a hooligan, BigBird gets his wings. And he's going to get the win on this round. Real quick, like AngryBird was throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him. That was nuts.
Trampolining around the stage.
This is the new age. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh, man. Big
The next hit is for the kill. This is a classic two-touch scenario situation. Okay, I was hoping for the DP because it had been hilarious, but it didn't come.
Absolutely. Negative frames into DP. He's just like us, for real, for real.
No, lo mata. Lo mata.
He's
dead. He's dead. He's dead.
For BigBird.
He's dead.
He had to press the medium in between. The little kicky kick came out. Technically not a two-touch.
Still perfect.
Still pretty good.
It's the first game in the grand finals. Reset. BigBird.
BigBird.
It's time to bird up, as I said before. This is a great set. I'm loving it. No DP this time. It's always there and it's not.
Here it is.
Oh, again, why does he have 100% hit?
We're
He's
going.
I don't understand.
His reads
that.
are so good.
And it's against his training partner,
I
too.
know.
Like, that's the terrifying
My
part.
God.
If he can't get away, why do you think you could?
Oye.
Oh, there we go, finally. But then no
Dom,
punish.
el
I
Dom.
jump back. You have to neutral jump.
Armor.
Oh my God, absolutely duffed. Dudley would be proud of these hands. Dang.
Still possible
A la
here for
pared.
AngryBird.
Yeah,
Le hizo el side switch con el OD. Es para la road.
Yeah, that was rough.
Sáquese.
I mean, AngryBird had to find the touch there because if you take one more block string from AngryBird, you are burnt out. Oh no, he went for the empty jump, maybe looking for the anti-air parry, but it didn't come out. Still finds the hit with the low forward. To the corner we go. And no bite.
back
There's
throw.
a great back throw. And you gave Marisa everything she
No,
wanted and so
mala
much
idea.
more. Jeez, gosh. Help me, Dave. There's a nice burn. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh no.
Muerta.
Yikes, just walking forward.
So intimidating. What are you doing, man? Like, it's hilarious that's optimal, right? Like, you are actually supposed to meet her and do it.
That's
That's what you do.
damage.
Yeah. 'Cause it's optimal, but it's also like
The damage.
funny.
Insult to injury, man.
Yeah, it's just so funny.
And just strolling forward and be like, they said this was hard to do on Street Fighter. Just hold forward and have a good time. Again, AngryBird clapping right back. Was not happy about that one.
Marisa is on its
Oh man,
imbalance.
one more throw will do it. BigBird gets the throw of his own. No, not like this. No, don't lose. Oh, okay. I've grown wise to your mix-ups,
Enough of
mister.
this.
No more grabs for you. That's the only person to jump to in the universe. Nice dive kick. Oh,
To the
wow.
other side.
Vaya la
I was looking to
voz.
fish for the dive kick right there, but just
Madre
the
mía.
which worked out, and the
Italia
drive attack perfectly
versus
spaced. Normally Gladius will
Alemania.
absolutely
No,
smoke you,
Italia
but
versus
AngryBird
personaje
is more
italiano
than
contra
comfortable with that space.
personaje
Two grabs in a row. Can we get number 3? No, we won't.
griega.
And a great tech too.
Buenas,
Oh, you're dead. Double three?
Bullan19, bienvenidos
Yeah, yeah,
al
yeah.
directo.
Oh, that was clean.
Estamos justamente viendo la Grand Finals del
In both of those rounds, he got into the
Middle
corner
East
almost
Top
immediately.
8, donde
Played mix-ups
solo
that
uno de
were
los players que se
strong,
clasificara,
were effective,
ya que
perfect
ya
in
como
this round as well.
AngryBird ganó
Yeah,
el
they're
Evo,
perfect too.
Yeah.
The first
Big
one
Bird ya
was
está básicamente
heavily in
clasificado,
AngryBird's
aunque
favor. We might
él
go
no
the distance
gane.
here, and that's the thing about
Aunque él
this
no gane
matchup.
esto, porque puede ser que no gane AngryBird, el CPT. Big Bird ya está clasificado, ya que como AngryBird ya está clasificado, Big Bird se autoclasifica automáticamente.
Right? Because after
First
this
to
is
lunchtime.
over, yeah, first to death. There's a lot of years left.
Esto
25
se
to
va a poner
26 on the dot,
buenísimo.
so Big Bird trying to find a way to close this out now. Doesn't want to go to a 2-2, obviously, like you said, wants the win. And AngryBird has changed up the pace again. Big Bird has soared right in. Just give her a pair of wings at this point. Oh my God.
A la pared.
Into the setup yet again.
Oh, he waits.
El dump.
This is
Tournament
now match
point
point.
para Big Bird.
Has tournament point. Again, he's already qualified for Capcom Cup, but you want to do it winning the tournament.
Yeah. And
rather than, barely getting through in second place. No, get the W.
And I love the layers there too, because Big Bird has already established the command grab so many times, right? So now he's unlocked the air-to-air because AngryBird's trying to jump back, and he said, "This is exactly what I want. I don't want to be in the core anymore."
Oh, but
and there
jump
it is.
roundhouse is the other aspect. Wow.
You want to air-to-air? All
All
right.
the way through.
I'll check you. And now
The
we go
wheel of options.
Go back to command grab.
Yes. Well, we'll see if it even comes to that, because Big Bird kills on the next hit.
Absolutely. He's going to hit that third bar. Back throw. Will still keep you locked down. The backdash is so huge. Level 3 isn't going to kill just yet.
Yeah, it won't.
But you're in the corner.
Muerta.
One guess to go. We've seen great reactions from AngryBird so far.
The fear on Cammy's
Que es for
face.
game viene.
He's terrified. Without a paddle, is it going to be the command grab? No, it's the Gladius, and now you're burnt out trying to find a hit. Oh man, one more Gladius. We'll do it, and it's
dead.
just the jab, and
Y
Big Bird
Bird se
not
lo
only is
gana.
qualified for the Capcom Cup, he is in first place for the Middle East. The reset is not enough. Nasser's Big Bird is your champion here, and you're gonna have both the birds in the cup, and I don't think AngryBird would have wanted it any other way, because if his training partner can't even beat him when it matters most, how are they gonna get first and second at Capcom Cup 10, right? You know what I mean, right? And that was such a great set to watch the entire time. The different looks from AngryBird and Big Bird, the pace changing, and going from layer 1 to layer 2 to layer 3 to layer 5 to... I don't even know where they were at, because every single time one of them reacted and punished an option, they said, well, I've seen you do this before, so what if I just air-to-aired you? And it's like, well, I'm just going to go ahead
Son
and
24
Gladius you
horas
then. And again,
antes.
I've never seen a Cammy use more hooligans
Sé que café
in my
no
life.
puedo tomar.
It's actually very interesting to watch Cammy with Hooligan. I mean, she's a strong character anyway. She's got great buttons and great pressure, etc., etc. But to have that extra little bit of trickiness is pretty cool.
Yeah, unlocking all the pieces of the toolkit. I mean, that's what's so great about the pinnacle of players, right? They show you the things that you never thought that your character could do in such a consistent way that really helps level up the rest of the scene, right? Because they are such prominent figures in the scene. They show everything that they can, all the tech that they develop to the world, right? Because they want the world to be stronger. They want the region to be stronger because it helps them grow too.
Yeah, for sure.
And without each other, they couldn't have reached these heights.
En la Capcom Cup clasificada. Tenemos una Marisa finalmente.
Flying high, the sun may be burning hot, but both of these players have a chance at that $1 million now. And BigBird put on a clinic here, even though he got reset. It was only AngryBird that was able to take him down here, and 2 wins over the Bird feels pretty good. Your training partner has to be proud of you, and everybody else in the bracket as well. Love the resounding performance we got from Kuwait, Pakistan, UAE, and everywhere else in the Middle East. Really showed up strong in this top 16. I loved it, and the top 8 was a treat as well.
Well, that's the qualifier for CPT Middle East. Capcom Pro Tour still has a little while to go. It's not all done yet. We got more. Southeast Asia. Registration is closing tonight in exactly 12 hours. Exactly 12 hours.
Get in
actually.
there.
So make it happen while you still can. That tournament will be next weekend. Asia, Southeast. I know there are a bunch of killers out there too.
La vista previa.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, such a wild bracket to look into, and we have a wild week of matches next week because we have 14 more competitors that are going to be decided in the World Warrior Finals for each and every community represented. One of the coolest things ever, 26 different champions that are going to be going to the Capcom Pro Tour, the Capcom Cup 10. Because of this, they fought it out in 5 different events to determine a top 8 leaderboard. Top 4 will be in winners, bottom 4 will be in losers to determine another competitor for Capcom Cup 10. Remember to watch each and every World Warrior that you can. If you want to see the schedule, go to CapcomProTour.com for more information. And one of our community members, Super__Yan, has created an excellent spreadsheet for you. If you want to see each and every tournament date, which regions are going to be playing, and that data is going to be available to you. So make sure that you look into that because so much Street Fighter action to catch up on. I know he's going to be watching it at breakfast with his Chipotle, but I'll be watching it as much as I can. And you know, we've got even more to watch. We've got more to discuss, you know, go over an overview of the entire top 8, talk about the matches, what's coming up for the future, what we're excited about, and, you know, maybe the Chipotle chip kill of the day. I wish. Make it happen. But we got to make this happen. We got to get ready for the rest of the day. So please stay tuned. There's a little bit more to cover, and we can't wait to talk to y'all.
Ok. Con esto hemos terminado la transmisión de hoy de la cobertura de la Capcom Pro Tour Middle East, victoria de BigBird Marisa contra su propio compañero AngryBird, que usaba Cammy, usó Cammy todo el camino, no sacó al Ken, o sea que se tomó este top de chill, o sea se tomó este CPT de chill para que su compañero de equipo BigBird se clasificara, porque si hubiera sacado al Ken, ahí sí hubiera sido un verdadero match. Pero en fin, con esto terminamos la cobertura de hoy del CPT de Middle East. Victoria del gran BigBird. Ahora siguiente semana toca la región de Xi'an, que es Asia Southeast, porque ya Xi'an ya ganó el World Warrior Finals de su región. Ahora, ¿quién va a ser el segundo jugador que se clasificará de esa región? Que hay posiblemente 2 candidatos que se pueden clasificar ahí, que son Bravery y Seo, que usan Cammy y JP respectivamente. Pero en fin, gente, hasta acá llega la transmisión de hoy del CPT. Siguiente semana, como dije, estaré cubriendo el siguiente en caso de que pueda, que es el de Asia Southeast. Pero si es muy tarde, lo tendré que cubrir upstream. Bueno, lo tendré que cubrir el lunes, cubriendo el top 8 y el top 16 y el top 8, solo mostrando los matches. Pero bueno, gente, para los que están en Twitch, saludos por haber pasado por el directo. Y a los que están en YouTube, no olviden de dar like, compartirlo, suscribirse y todo lo demás. Ahora nos veremos en un ratito en el canal de YouTube, porque estaré subiendo la siguiente parte, la antepenúltima parte que tengo de mi serie de Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistros. Pero bueno, gente, ya muchas gracias por los que se pasaron y nos veremos ahora